because we learned they were in search of Nnamdi Kanu himself, according to reports. These are gunshots. Another gunshots in here. Because the lamp was broken during the raid. This room also was turned into this mess by the military, according to what we heard. Every regalia, every souvenir that had anything to do with Biafra, all thrown to the floor. And since the attack, this place has remained this way. This is the security post inside the building. And the gate which we learned the military tried to open. We do hope and believe that one day, very soon.
Hold on there, brothers. Like I said, I'm not showing this thing because you don't know about it. I'm showing this because of those that are joking with this trouble. They don't know what have transpired in the past. They just came and begin to raise money with this trouble. They never knew that many people died. 28 men died here. The people we encounter, the people that join this struggle, claiming to be part of us, I don't know. Like I said, we are not yet in freedom fighting. Any day we enter freedom fighting, maybe I will enter properly. Now we are just trying to expose what is going on. Let me take you to the military. About this thing you saw now, let us see the response of the military. Our people say they want to be watered and snow, even to their enemy. Sometimes I don't need to say something that many of you, that's something that you should decode. We are decoding. Not everything that you want me to say here, it's not possible. This is the response of the Nigerian military on this bullet you saw now. This bullet you saw raining on the building. Let us see their response. So it's not today we started knowing that it's normal. It's normal for them. You know, you have to deny. But even though evidence is there, they are still denying.
When it was announced that 500 was going to take place, I participated in the one of last year. I have been a major player like most of my colleagues here. And I began to follow it when it was announced. From the time they started their reconnaissance, they started getting used to the environment. And I saw everything. Nobody raided Kanu's house.
Yeah. Nobody raided the house. But I know you will say they allow, they allow, No, it's normal for them. And when we do things indirectly, you people want us to begin to tell you what should be done. Sometimes this struggle needs smart people. When you do, if you just wing them eye, they understand what you meant. We have bunch of morons into this struggle. That is why they want everything to be explained. They want everything to be explained in the open. Because they say we need to be watered and snow. You want to be watered and snow to even to your enemy. You want us to come out in internet to begin to tell you every step DOS is taking. What is to be their plan in the next few months to come. You say they are not doing anything because they showed our leader. That's why they are not speaking anymore. That's why they come, they talk, they will not even explain. They just go. The man said they never near the house. Nobody raided the house. Even though the pictures, the videos is everywhere, but they still telling nobody.
they started getting used to the environment. And I saw everything. Nobody raided Kanu's house. I stand to justify it.
Yeah.
Not from information I got. I was watching it live. I was monitoring it live. Speaking with them on the ground. Even me, I don't have any right to stop you from passing through a government road. I don't. Except when there is a security check, I know that there is a security check.
Nobody raided the house.
And of course, the people that came out there that I saw, the Biafra Security Service and the Biafra National Guard, I think I later confirmed that there was no.
Anya now P2B. P2B, I am the head of the Nigerian military. This country needs to be destroyed. We need to destroy and or either divide or destroy that country. P2B, is going to be the chief what do they call it? Inspector General of Police? Is he going to be the army chief? And to tell you how they function, these people function. When we say internal enemy is the most dangerous enemy, this man that is reading this thing, their brother. So when you talk about let us give our brother a chance, he's our own brother. Let us give it to our own person, somebody from our own place. Please, it's our turn. This is their brother doing this. He's a Biafran reading this now. Why is he reading this? Because this is what Nigerian state demands. This is what those in charge demand. Nobody read the house. Just what I just told you, I said nobody read it.
And talk to them and say, my boys, don't pass. And you want to collect rifle from them. And you started throwing petrol bombs at them.
And then, yes.
Nobody raided his house. Nobody went to raid him. Nobody went to carry him. For no reason. That must be very, very clear.
Okay.
I saw the militancy, not somebody told me, and I saw.
He said he saw it. Nobody, this one is nobody. He saw it with his eyes. Your brother.
The actions there, which some of you must have seen in the various videos. From where they went and we laid them at various points at Tisha Langwa, everywhere. They were on it, but we are still investigating. So, please, I want to pass first-hand information to you. Not the time that I'm telling you, wait, we will hear from the field. No. This one I was in direct contact with them.
Okay, well, wait. Wait, let me show you. You know, I said I don't want to show this before they will block me. Sometimes one has to sacrifice. Sometimes, you know. Where is it? This man that said that nobody near. Watch. This man that they are talking now. Your brother, which one is not from Fulani? The phone that innocent Fulani. Now, this man that said nobody read it. Look at it.
This is happening now in the home of leader of the professor. The Nigerian army is here. They are here now. So come and see
Nobody near the house.
You can hear the sound going on. The Nigerian army. At the home of the leader of the professor.
Whoever that phone to you try to leave.
Sorry,
I don't want to show you the cost.
Okay.
I know.
The Nigerian army now shooting. I'm still now in the home of the leader of the just brother. You can hear shots being fired. They are shooting aimlessly.
Hold on, there's okay.
They are shooting and killing our people.
Hold on there, hold on there. I would have showed you the corpse on the ground. I have it. I don't know if I show it tonight, they will block me. So I don't have to show it because it's blood. Those that were killed in the compound. It is also, I have it. I have it. But let's go. Let's go, like I said. Let's go, brothers. They want to toy with the life of this man in the name of PVs. And that is why today I told you I want to come and let you know a brief introduction of what IPOB stands for. And then Mazi Nnamdi himself. All these people gallivanting today as if this is not what the man is fighting for your own well-being. For your well-being. But today now, you are telling us that the best way to go is by having your own person as a president. As if you become a president, things will be normal. Let's go from here. I think here will be.
No.
Wait, let me bring it to the screen. Just say 5 minutes. We'll continue. 5 minutes. Let me allow you to roll for 5 minutes. And listen whether this man, all this cry you are hearing here, is it not for your own well-being, brothers? Okay, let me make sure that the voice is coming out.
Attorney General of the zoo, as far as I'm concerned. So Buhari is the chief prosecutor. He's everything. He's collecting his magistrate. Why is he allowed to get away with no brain? You want somebody to beat you. Now the guy is something else. It's also an animal. How can you allow one single person only to determine who is guilty, to determine the innocence of people, to determine what makes my good, to even determine God's table? The people supporting him to fight corruption as they claim. Is it not where the money is? It's not laughable that Biden is coming out and saying, oh, we want to support Buhari to recover all the money. But you know where the money is and the banks in the own country. Why don't you them? This is in this show today. I don't want to speak against the spirit. I don't want to see them and won't see me. Black people, don't copy party. The people helping you to fight corruption. The money you are fighting for is in their bank account, not for bank list. The money is in Santander. The money is in Jisfadam. The money is all in their bank and they look at it. How they won't return it. The white people that helped blacks, useless, primitive monkeys to transport money abroad, they will not persecute them in their countries, you know. Britain will let them go free. And when they say, we understand Nigeria is now fighting for corruption, they said, you know, baboons will be chopped up like idiots. Now in this UG, you have a curse. That curse is in your brain. You have a defective gene. It is genetic inside your brain. There is a part of your brain that doesn't function very well. You will be sorry for yourself. Oh, take it easy enough now. You know, you very practice this on you. Can I be merciful? So, nobody gives you the common sense to understand that Buhari should not be the judge, the jury in the case of corruption. Common sense doesn't tell you to ask Buhari. You've been selling oil for over 2 months. Where is the money? That qualifies him from even holding any anti-corruption rubbish. If you don't, because, oh my goodness me, if you go to equity, you must go with clean hands. I didn't say it. People in the legal profession did it. If Buhari is at all honest or sincere about his credentials, start by telling us, I'm not asking you about BTF, we'll come to that later. Tell us about the 2 months you've been in power, where is the oil money? Make sure you're baboon in the zoo. You can't ask him. Do you know why you cannot ask him? Because you're black. That's your blackness. This person has monumental stupidity and cowardice. That's why we are number one in the world, because right now in Wisconsin, in Alabama, in Seattle, if you go to Toronto, in Canada, people are listening to Radio Biafra. They even come here to get the truth because they know that truth will set them free. Are we asking for our land? Asking for the onions that they grow, maybe tomatoes, you grow or sugar. The answer is no. What we are saying in simple English is that leave us alone. With us in the same country with our Fulani people, we can never be developed at all. Because they want to have their own mediocrity. Even Britain has solved this problem many years ago. Britain, they have a grammar school system in Britain where if you are bright, you go to grammar school. It's called a public school. You see how ironic they are. Public school is meant for those exceptionally brilliant children. When they finish, they have 2 schools to go to, Oxford or Cambridge. If you ask them to accept everybody, even go some local comprehensive school, they will say no. They don't want to dilute the excellence that they are pursuing. This is Britain for you. Now in Africa, Africa is in a mess. Everybody knows that black people are useless. Africa is in one almighty mess. That is the truth. How do you solve the problem? Now, there is a race of people called Biafrans. They are very, very good. They have scientists, they have inventors, they have good economists, they have everything. Why don't you allow them to be on their own? Sure, tomorrow you can say to our planning, why can't you be like Biafra? Can't you copy them? Because the same thing happened in Southeast Asia. Today, every Southeast Asian country is developed. They call them the tiger economies in Asia. Look at Singapore, look at Malaysia, look at Indonesia, look at Thailand. Everywhere their works is very strong. Nobody wants to be left behind. But in Africa, the white man is in Europe. Don't worry, you cannot be mediocre. Don't worry, you baboons and monkeys, don't be reasonable. Be together. They know that putting you together with Hausa Fulani means that you're going to be a slave forever and ever. That is what that is called dumbing down. The only way to hide Hausa man's stupidity is to remain in one Nigeria. I told them a challenge before. I am prepared to convince Biafran people to switch all the oil in Biafra land to them for 4 years. Let me tell you something. Take all the oil and gas. We will dash you for free for 4 years. Take it. Leave us alone. If we don't surpass you within 6 months, you know I'm a bastard. But they will not take up the challenge. You know why? No, so that Biafra, you know Yoruba and they are conspiratorial capacitousness. Then put it that way. Yeah, we'll go back to Makadi, man. We will be better than them. But you will tell you, oh no, for me, let us stay in one Nigeria. I don't want to be Igbo people. You know, they thank so much. Tomorrow now, they'll be better than us. So people will be saying, what are you doing? Is it only fraud? These are facts and figures. You must know. They say we preach hate, and I'm saying, where is the hate? Take the oil and gas. Is that hatred? Look at what you should be coming. Take the oil and gas. How is that hatred? I'm telling you, we will tell Biafrans, give them the oil and gas. We ask for only one thing, freedom. Let me tell you that we want to prove to mankind that your brain is the greatest natural resource you have. The white stuff in your skull. It is greater than every gold reserve, every diamond reserve, every copper, every silver, every iron ore, every crude oil reserve, every gas. Anything you can think of. Your brain, that small tiny brain you have, is greater than all the oil in the whole world. That is why they are afraid of you. That is why they are afraid of Biafra. They don't want the truth to prevail. The reason why they don't want the truth to prevail is because they believe that by breaking down Biafra, this is the brain of our business in Britain now. Britain's concern is we want to put down black people. The best way to subdue them is to go to the source. It's like if you want to, down a big giant. Don't be fighting him blow for blow. Just go to one of the nerves around the neck. Press on it very hard. They will fall down. No matter how big they are, no matter their body mass or their muscle size, once you cut off the supply of oxygen and blood to the brain, that giant will come tumbling down. You don't need to do very much. That was how the Biafran commandos used to kill our men. The survival of Britain knows that You can be running around all over the world. All you care. Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, everybody, Walter Rodney, Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, they don't care. They are holding down only one simple thing, Biafra. As long as Biafra is down, let me repeat myself in case you didn't hear it, every black creature on earth will be in trouble. Because your spring of life is Biafra. Without Biafra, no black country in the world will never be civilized. They cannot be developed. Biafra is the source. It is the source of life and inspiration to mankind. That is why I tell you that Biafra is not about a country or maybe a nation. It is much more than that. Much more than a nation or a country. Biafra is the bringer of life. The way we know it. And if that is not religion, I don't know what it is. Now you know why Biafra is a religion. Only the hardcore are called to this. Those who we are born to bring Biafra, they are people sometimes they, oh, why don't you do it like other people? You can see the way they're doing it. They don't do this, they don't do that. What we are doing is what heaven is supposed to do in heaven.
But when it comes to people that are loved,
that's the whole know that these are his children. So that when he unleashes his glory and his grace upon them, you will not be in doubt as to who made it possible. Now you understand, don't you? After Salami Peace Committee hits Buhari, what are they saying to Buhari? That the era of dictatorship has come and gone. Abdul Salami is telling Buhari, because he's the Akinama, Buhari is the cattle head. He doesn't know what is happening. They are now telling this pedophile, you are not a military head of state. Military coup d'etat and dictatorship is not the same as democracy. In fact, democracy is the exact opposite, the antithesis of dictatorship. This is rulership by the people, not one singular individual. So he should try and appoint a cabinet. Buhari should not be in power by this weekend if black African people are civilized. He will remain in power because black people are not civilized. There is no executive. And without an executive, you cannot claim to be running a democracy. Now you understand, don't you? After Salami intervenes, tells Buhari, this is not a baby regime. You need to change your behavior. So it is on now. But some of you are not running with this story, are you? Because you're black. It's your G. It's your G, the very black so. It's your G, black people. Black. Oh dear me. Oh dear me. Amechi is not a thief.
Hold on there. I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to show you. Many of you may know that he just, I think, yesterday today. Hi, our people. Hi, our people on PVC. I will not discourage them from getting, I will not, please. I don't want many of you to discourage our people from getting PVC. Allow them. Just be watching them like this. I know it's painful. It's so painful. I know many of you that have seen what is to come. I know it's painful, but just don't allow them. The only thing, when they cross your own line, then we begin to descend on them. But don't go for them. Allow them. They are, the level of intelligence are not the same. The level where we operate is not the same. I want to read something for you. This is a newly appointed chiefs by Buhari. Hi. How? Our people. Hi. They want it in the easiest way. This one is Nigerian. This is the names of 27 newly appointed appeal court judges. Newly appointed. Many of you might have seen it. Go and check it. Go and Google it. I'm not here to peddle propaganda. Let me see if I can bring it to the screen. I don't know whether it's really coming out clearly the way I wanted. This is it. Okay, let me see. Let's manage it in this way, brothers. Let's manage it. This is the newly appointed. You can go and Google it, so that you now know that we don't carry propaganda. I have seen it somewhere, so many places, but this is names of the newly appointed appeal court judges in case of any eventuality in an election. And then they get decided there. Justice PAA from Benue State, number 1. Number 2, Justice F. Ojo, Kwara State. Justice IG Abundaga, Nasarawa State. Justice MB Idris, Niger State. Justice A.M. Talba, Adamawa. Justice Kadi M. Akali, Adamawa. They were the school. Do we have law? All this? Do we do law in Nigeria, in university that is in Biafra land? I don't think so. All these universities in Biafra land, do they have any department of? I don't think so. Now, Justice A.I. Adeyan Toso, Taraba State. Justice A.S. Omar, Kebbi State. Justice Oze Senchi, Kebbi State. Justice A.M. Lamido, Sokoto State. Justice B.B. Aliu, Zamfara State. Justice Ebo Tobi, Delta State. Justice G.O. Kolowale, Osun State. Justice O. Itodo, Benue State. Let me go a little bit up. Justice M.A. Abdul Ghaffar, Kwara State. I like the man. Anybody that doing disappointment, I love disappointment. If you don't like it, then you go wow. Justice D.D. Adek, Nasarawa State. Justice D.G. Man, Plateau State. Justice D.G. Goji, Adamawa State. Justice Kadi U. Ubi Omar, Adamawa State. Justice Ye.A. Bashir, Taraba State. Justice Zebi Abubakar, Kebbi State. Justice M.I. Stani, Kaduna State. I hope it's coming out. Okay, it's coming out. It's coming out. Okay. Justice F. Elo Adamu, Kanu State. Justice I.B. Katsina State. Justice M.Y. Ufsa. Now the proper hand in hand of the same country. Methuselah, this one I can't pronounce it. Also Ufshau, Zamfara State. On the hand of the same country. Justice P.O. Afen, Bayelsa State. Justice O.A. Ipaye, Osun State. Then, if you break area down. North 23, South 4. From the South 2, Southwest 2, Southeast 0. But when they come to the jam, they will say you saw high mark. No. I know they will say, let me leave it in this way. Let me leave it, brothers. Let me leave it. Go and get your PVs. Go and get your PVs now. You vote out the bad government. I don't want to go into that, brothers. I think I have this particular post has been here. Let me see. Out of word. Even to tell you that we are not the same. I know many of you don't reason in this way. How can you tell me that my jam supposed to be higher than our own? We are in the same country. We are in the same country. You have been ruling for years. If it is you people now, you say a lot of people they love themselves. They have been producing president for years. They can't even improve in the educational system. But we come to the south, they tell us that our jam score need to be higher. That the north are educationally disadvantaged. So in other words, they need to score lower to enter the same university. And we're in the same country. And nobody's complaining. Nobody is normal. It is normal. You'll be saying, yeah, we are intelligent than them. No, you are moron. And that is why they are controlling you. I posted it today and I want people to ask me, what do I mean? I don't want to go into the explanation. So this is what we witnessed. Now, let me go to the indigenous people of Biafra. Very, very concise. I'm not going to waste time. Why do we have IPOB brothers? Can you remember when there's nothing like IPOB led by Mazi Methuselah? IPOB is like an emergency. IPOB is as a result of injustice. IPOB invented by Mazi Methuselah is as a result of marginalization of our own people. In other words, IPOB is for the welfare and at the same time well-being of our people. That's why they started doing what they're doing. Because they can't be alive to see what is going on. We have endured it so many years. IPOB is an eye-opener. They made many of you to realize that the situation you find yourself is not supposed to be. Many of us thought that we are smart. Hey, we can't see the way we are coming out from Nigeria. It's only us. We are traveling abroad. Everybody is here. We are here. We never knew that we are systematically chased out from the place we say is our country. Because of what? Frustration. Maybe lack of job opportunities. Those of you that are self-employed, there's no conducive environment, no amenities such as electricity to enable you to begin to, discharge what you learned or what you are gifted. Because many of us didn't even go to school, but they are gifted. But there's some amenities that need to be there. The environment needs to be conducive for you. You need to have a steady electricity. If you can give Biafra only electricity and internet, say, leave them alone. Leave them. Forget about the governor. Forget about any. Just give them electricity, constant electricity and internet. They will generate job for themselves. Everything they needed, they will bring it. Both to drinking water, both infrastructure. But they systematically frustrated us to run away. So IPOB came to begin to enlighten us. So the job of IPOB really, for me, when they started, I thought they just only came to create awareness, to enlighten people, to wake us from our slumber. Because Mazi Methuselah, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is not a military man. He has no military experience. He has never been a politician. You will say, okay, maybe say after now, I will now go to the next stage. The same emergency that made him to also took another task of defending the life of their people. The job of IPOB has nothing to do with securing our land initially. Their job is to educate many of you, knowing fully well that there are so many of you that are military inclined. Many of you are professionals. Many of you are what I call intelligence agencies, police, road safety, all these paramilitary. He thought that when he wake you up, you can now realize where you are, because the worst thing that can happen to a man is a life without reasoning. He came to wake you up so that all of us can begin to reason. Because when you are reasoning, nobody will deceive you. When you reason, nobody will cheat on you. When you reason, nobody will trample upon your rights. That's the reason why there's IPA. They came to wake you up, not to lie to you, to remind you what you don't know, to remind you what you have, left behind. Many of you, before, is it not Mungo Park discovered River Niger? Have you ever thought of differently before? No, have you thought differently before? Is it not you have to write Mungo Park before you pass? But at a point, you begin to think, how can somebody from another country come to my land to discover what is in my land? It's not possible, my brothers. It's because of this wake your subconsciousness up, you begin to reason. So we thought that help people wake people up so that people can begin to, if you are a military man, you get annoyed. See, really, this is what my people are passing through, and I'm here in the other part of the country defending their land. Where there's a lot of checkpoints in Biafra land. Have you ever met a military checkpoint in Biafra land before? You now know that they are in charge of your life. If you meet, and the kind of military they do bring in our land, they are stark illiterate Fulanis. They don't hear go come. They don't hear anything. Just they will shoot you, nothing will happen. I've met so many of them. They will tell you, I just shoot you now, write statement, finish. They don't need to speak good English. shoot you, write statement, they cover up, that's all. And when we see them on checkpoint, one day, tell yourself the truth, you begin to shave. Yes, now. But it is not normal. But many of us have taken it as it's a normal something. Even to give money on the road. Many of you in Western world just travel home. Just carry a relation that have been living there. They will tell you, please give them, it's normal. But you that are coming back from a country that you don't even see anybody on the road, you will be disturbed. But we don't want to wait everybody to travel out before they will begin to realize what is obtainable. That is why we that have traveled now congregate under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to begin to educate our people that it is not normal. IPOB came to the IPOB have been crying. They have been subjecting their lives. How I wish Facebook will allow me. I have all the videos of people they killed. Those that were small intestine were bushing out. Those that they hacked to death. Those that are dying and say, please help me get Biafra for us. And today, many of us have forgotten. Many of us have forgotten. We came to enlighten many of you who have military experience so that you can help us. But if you're unfortunate, no whatsoever. But we can't, because they said half education is dangerous. So we don't want to left many of you in the middle. We don't want to leave many of you in the middle. We don't want to leave many of you in the middle. What we did was to say, okay, let us see if we can be able to organize what we call volunteer forces so that they can begin to defend our mothers, so that they begin to protect the farmland of our mothers who do go to farm and they were raped. Many of our mothers you are seeing today in Biafra land, many of them have been brutally raped, but they can't speak. They will die with it. I know Biafra, a typical Biafra woman cannot come out and tell you they were raped because it's a shameful thing. And they are not good in committing suicide. If they are good in committing suicide, many of them will commit suicide, but they won't. They will bear the pain until they enter the grave. We, their children, say no, we need to defend them. We ran around from volunteer forces. It came to what we see today as Eastern Security Network. Still, many of our people are still fighting against them. Many of you are calling them terrorists. No. And they want us to follow you to do PVC. We are going to perish together. We are going to perish together. That rain that will fall on all of us. Before it was only us. This time around it's going to be everybody. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting, he was kidnapped, abducted, jailed. None of you come out to castigate. None of you come out to begin to make this video that I showed you to go viral. It's only IPOB. I know many people that will go here to beg to help us. They never. But today now they want us to do PVC. They say vote Obi. From Obi now we get what we want. Child. Do we look like primary school? Do we look primary school pupils? And in kindergarten, we are ahead of many of you. Our brain are ahead of many of you. Had it been, it will be possible for Nigeria to be redeemed. You will see us. We carry the thing on our head. We have done the calculation a long time ago. We studied Nigeria. We have Nigeria in our palm. It's only those of you that don't know the meaning of Nigeria are the ones that are fighting for PVC. If PVC will solve our problem, Methuselah will be canvassing for everybody to get our PVC. But we don't want to continue doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. It's only a fool that will involve himself in such. You have been doing the experiment since 1964. Okay, let us assume that Jonathan, who had one time become the president of the zoo, how is their place? Are they finding it normal? No. Are they finding it easy? Are they enjoying? I know many of them here that are working in bakery where they are doing bread. I know 2 rivers working in bakery. I know one Bayelsa man begging in front of supermarket. Child, please. It's okay, brothers. I don't want us to. Let me allow my man to roll. So, in nutshell, brothers, Mazi Methuselah and his group, Ipob, they came to liberate you. But I know the journey they took is a very hard one. But the end is what matters. They are looking beyond what many of you are seeing. They are ready to pay. They are ready to pay the sacrifice, and I've been paying the sacrifice. The end is what is their target, because the end is everlasting enjoyment. At least let us enjoy what is in our land. We have fun. You know, do you know why I told you today that we are stupid? We are the most you know, I posted it. I said we are the most stark illiterate in that area. If people outside Nigeria who doesn't know what is going on, they will think that the oil, all these natural resources, is in the north. That is why we don't want to talk about separation. I don't want to be selfish. It's not because of oil. Many of you know it's not because of oil you want to go. No, it's not. Don't get me wrong. But many people will be. You know how we look like people that don't want to talk about all of it. They still want one Nigeria. We are behaving like the people that depend on the north to survive. That's how we look like. I don't know anything about that area. And somebody told me there's a people called Biafrans. Many of their rich politicians, many of their money imbecile, even many of the so-called celebrities. Nobody's talking about separation. They're only talking about one Nigeria. They don't want to lose the oil. They don't want to lose the gas. We have a lot. We have a lot that can be abundant to all of us. We are not depending on oil. Many of you that are watching me. How many of you have benefited from this oil? Swear. Do you share now? How many of you have benefited from this oil? None of you. None of you, I can swear with my life. It's only individuals in the name of oil wealth, oil block. We are not for oil, I tell you. And we are not for. So, in nutshell, there's no difference between Mazi Methuselah and anybody who is claiming that he wants to better your life. Nobody. I know he's not a rich man, and he's never been a politician. That is why you don't trust him. You know, you need a politician, at least Jagaban, so that if they call Jagaban, then you now know, okay, we have somebody. Many of you are inferior to yourself. And if you are not inferior to yourself, you value anybody that is coming to fight for you. But because you are too inferior, so that is why the journey is very hard. I believe the journey is very hard. Many of you that are into this struggle, you have to hold yourself. If you begin to look what is going on, you will be demoralized. You will develop high blood pressure when you look around to see the behavior of those that are following you to champion this struggle. But all I have to tell you, an advice I'm giving you tonight, in the next few months, you come and begin to hold me at a highest esteem. That wow, Methuselah, you are not claiming to be a man of God. You are not even a prophet. But what you said some time ago have come to reality. You are going to have a smile on your face after the whole process. You are not having a smile that you have gotten what you are looking for, which is restoration of Biafra. No, you are going to put a smile on your face because you have been vindicated. You have been vindicated by, you are crying, telling these morons that the PVC is not the solution to Nigeria's problem, child. Hi, how will I explain to them? It's not easy. Had it been the reason I like, then I cannot begin to talk about explaining to them. But I can't explain to them because their level of intelligence is not yet due to assimilate what I'm going to explain. So no need of me wasting time. So in nutshell, brothers, IPB is for good. Mazi Methuselah is coming to court in the next 2 days. None of you PVC carrier is putting this in consideration. What you are after is Obi. I'm looking at somebody and I'm who goes on them now. The man that comes fourth position, he's the one ruling till today. Ordinary Imo State as a whole cannot hold one man responsible. Imo State that belongs to Biafra. Biafrans cannot hold him responsible. Then we now have another one. In the name of what is the name? What is his name? This the one of Abia State. Abia State is like Evan Ebufa. They don't care. They don't. He's working freely in Abia State. So what am I trying to tell you? In NSAS that took life of many people, that one has come and gone. I don't know why many of you are just depending on Nigerian youth. Why? You don't know them. You don't know them. You don't know Nigerian youth. You don't know them. If they cannot withstand to defend those that died in the process of NSAS, you do know that those ones that died on NSAS, that one has come and gone. Did you know? No, you know it's gone. It is okay. Think as yes. I don't want to repeat that. Yes. You see how about it. Nobody is talking about. So in the life of Black Africa, it is not in their gene, especially in Nigeria. Nigeria was designed not to hold anybody accountable. Everybody is on their own. Everybody has been intimidated. That is why Nigerian government is so shocked on IPO. That's why they are descending on them. That's why they want to call them anything to just see that they eliminated them. Because they've never seen people like that before. Because the tools they use to hold many of us is intimidation. Intimidate you, you will not speak. They intimidated Rocha Sokorocha, break his ceiling, destroy his house, and give him 0 vote. Today, are you hearing his voice? He's not speaking. Intimidated. That's what they do. He talk. Aside of intimidated him. He no longer lambast Nigeria again. He's now going to individual by individual. Asade Dokowo was intimidated by Nigerian government to the extent that he become a Facebook ranter. Who else have never stand up? They bring him down. So they wanted to do it to Mazi Methuselah because it's very hard. So that is why they want to give him a bad name. You know, if you want to kill a dog, you give him a bad name. That's why they want to begin to talk them about terrorism. Name them terrorists. If the world have acknowledged that we are terrorists, my brother, you know Mazi Methuselah, nobody will hear his name today. They will use the opportunity to. You know why they went to his house? They want to kill him. So that let any other thing that can come, let it come, because to get somebody like that man will be very, very hard. You see, Obi said that you people should take the country back. In other words, and he have said it, that he can't put his life in this journey. Intimidation have never come. What we are saying is not getting PVC is the problem, is to defend it. And don't expect IPOB to join you. No. Why? Because we can't join any revolution that comes out of anger on Nigerian electoral process. In other words, that is to say revolution we want to embark on it because of it didn't favor us. No, we can't do like that. It's going to work. React. So the one you react is when they deny Obi. From what? Let me see. Is it what I have here? No, this is not what I have. Wait, Biafrans. I think I have a, and okay, I've seen it.
Or maybe mountain professionals, or maybe body stolen money. Where is the money? It is one bank account in Europe. Then Europe will come. There is unemployment. We want to help you. Just to release all the money that we are stolen and dumped in your countries, and the zoo will have no problem. Common sense. You know, they think every black person is stupid. You know, when they listen to radio, they're wondering, but where did these people come from? Who created them? Why are they talking this way? We don't expect black people to be talking this way. Because you have allowed Biafra to come. When Biafra comes, you see that black people can actually reason, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them can. Not Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani. I mean Biafra. Ribadu later realized that Passenger was using him. Ribadu was the EFCC chairman. Ribadu is Hausa Fulani. The people doing the fraud in the zoo is Hausa Fulani. Then Passenger appointed an Hausa Fulani man to oversee EFCC. Then, if you tell a passenger that what you're doing is not good, you shouldn't be the oil minister. They will ask EFCC to investigate you. And people are clapping. Baba, Baba, I want to see Baba. Black people, this UG. Black and useless. The zoological republic government is to spend 15 billion naira to achieve 8,000 megawatts by 2016. They want to generate electricity every year. Where they need to spend 4.4 trillion to achieve 2 megabytes of electricity. People are so stupid. Just 2 megawatts. People are so stupid.
This is 2006 or 16, sorry. The same lies now they are bringing now again in the name of fixing Nigeria. Child. They are not there. If I look around, I don't know what to do. Maybe I run amok. I may see people doing crusade. I carry tanker, enter there and blow everybody, including me. No. Every year, the same thing every year. Now, God of mercy. 2016 electricity. We don't want electricity now. The same Obasanjo have come out and said he made a mistake to choose Atiku. Everybody is a criminal. Everybody. It's not
achieve 2 megabytes of electricity. People are so stupid. Just 2 megawatts. People are so stupid. Every blessed year, we want to spend 4.4 trillion to achieve 4 megawatts of electricity. People are that. Leave Biafra to be on its own.
That's all.
And then you will see what we are capable of accomplishing with our ingenuity and the glory from Chukwuka Biama, not from man. That is why they must let us be. That is why they must allow us to exist. This is Radio Biafra. The time now is 1 minute past 9 p.m. in the evening. The whole world is listening. Really opening or Washington, they are listening to us. The zoo government is spent 15 billion to buy a few generators. I remember when it was Babangida's turn. Babangida had some money. He said he wanted to develop the zoo. He said what is called the mass transit scheme. What does it involve? Importing Mercedes-Benz lorries from Germany to be carrying people up and down in the zoo. Stupidity. All that money you could have come to Nnewi to set up a car or a car factory or a vehicle production line. But being a black man, he was not able to reason along those lines. If we castigate you, we'll tell you what you have done. Do you remember all those big white vans with mass transit on it? Federal government of Nigeria mass transit. It will continue on that, but mass transit. You are there today. All that money squandered buying Mercedes-Benz vehicles. The same money you could have used to develop a production line that would have been standing till today. The lives of innocent. Black.
Okay. Our leader, okay, maybe this one that is coming is also okay. Let me go to.
I want our people to understand one very thing. At the end of this very race, Biafra is going to emerge. It doesn't matter what anybody does. And to our African friends and brethren, I want them to also understand this. We talk about Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism cannot take off without Biafra. Because we do need a genuinely free country in Africa to be able to drive that very critical and important initiative. We are seeking to build a country that God Almighty in heaven will be very proud of. And though the Janjaweed, the Fulani Caliphate, have sent their armies of conquest into our land, that this very day, we don't even know if those who are killing us are doing so on behalf of the Nigerian state or they're doing it on behalf of the Islamic Caliphate. That is a well-known ISIS is now in the United States, very soon to be in Kogi, and then from Kogi they'll come into Anambra. And the real war will begin. Remember very many years ago I told you one very critical it's for you to bear in mind as what I'm saying. Let's be to guide you in all your deliberations and your thinking about Biafra. They are going to kill us, very true. But that is not going to stop Biafra from coming. We are going to do all we can to defend our land and to defend our people. The whole world may appear to be against us. We have done nothing wrong. That is the most frightening thing about this whole thing. If you ask the world what did Biafra do wrong to you, nobody can tell. Nobody can actually explain to you properly. Because they want a world where very illiterate nomadic set of people will be in charge of governance, where you have refineries and they're no longer working, where you produce oil and gas, they still import kerosene and fuel for your cars, where they want to impoverish the people. For those who may not be acquainted, or should I say familiar with the book that one of our very good friends wrote in years gone by, Walter Rodney. He was at Biafra University where he was assassinated by the CIA very many years ago. Walter Rodney wrote a very compelling book called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. What we are witnessing today is precisely what he was trying to explain to us. If you allow yourselves to be taken over by greed, by self-preservation and the trappings that you find in North America and in Europe and the Far East Asia, you will never ever develop your land. We are fighting for Biafra that we may restore our lost dignity. We are fighting for Biafra that black people all over the world will be set free at last. We are fighting for Biafra not that we may have or commence the building of a large empire at all. We are asking for a Biafra where we can live and die with a semblance of dignity. Because right now people are dying, but there isn't any dignity. We must stand very tall and very strong, resist our enemies. That thing that we are thinking now that is impossible to accomplish very soon, we will say it. We must remain resilient. We must remain devoted. We must remain unflappable. We are not going to retreat not one iota. If at the end of this race there is only one Biafran man and one Biafran woman left, may they continue to expand. They killed us, 5 million of us after the war. After the war in 1917, we had lost 5 million people. The largest ethnic bloc anywhere in the entire Nigeria. Because God is faithful. At this very critical time, this very Elohim that we worship is not going to abandon us. And also we're going to throw our hands in prayer and fasting alone now. We are going to do what we have to do to ensure what is about our lives. And I think that the men in the past exterminators, the British, supported the killing and the mass slaughter of Biafrans because of crude oil and gas. So people told how wealthy we can't give to you. This place was belongs to the people and that was the end of it. They said because of that we're going to kill you. And sadly, Britain still doing something to this very day. A short while ago, we have awoken the consciousness of not just ethnic nationalities within Nigeria, but the entire African continent as a whole. That's what we need. We have won the debate. That's what we need, yes. And now is the time for us to restore Biafra. Once that is done, believe you me, everybody will come to Biafra to pay homage. Or should I say pilgrimage in this case? So we are winning. Many are dying, I know that to be true. A few days ago, we lost the mother of our very, very formidable barrister, Graf. And that's not going to stop us. Because I know that they will kill us, we will kill them in the end. Biafra will come. And Biafra is very, very close. We want our people to develop the mindset of their parents. Never stay down. There were a group of people called the Mau in in Kenya. There were a group of people born in Kumiko in our land. These are the two people that fought the British resistance. They ran us anywhere. And the remnants, of course, of the nation that we must acknowledge them because they also fought for the country as well. We did not fight because we didn't like the Bible that the white man brought to us or the whiskey that accompanied it. We fought because we are free people. The time has come for us to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this earth. The time has come for Biafra to be re-established. The time has come for Black Africa to be free. The time has come for every Black person, regardless of anywhere in the world, to stand tall and to say, I am an African. Remain very strong, remain very resolute, and may people regard them be with you all. Thank you.
You say our leader. I just want to encourage many of you that are watching. Many of you that are watching, something that is also going to happen that you don't expect, because you are following this thing with your normal, intelligence. This PVC, something is going to happen in a way that many of you will not expect. I don't want to begin to preach about that now. I want to hold myself for now. All our discussions supposed to gear towards our leader coming out today, coming out to court on 28th, which is on Tuesday. Something is going to trigger something. And I believe that what we need is freedom. We will use some people as a sacrificial lamb. We are going to play our card very well. Don't be weary. Don't be weary. Many of you that develop high BP, or many of you that have lost their life because of autopilot infiltrators. Today they were nowhere to be found. Today they have no evidence against Umuchukwu Gabian. But many of you that are so anxious that time, being so weary, emotionally down. Where are you now? Can you begin to see the thing? So when things is happening at that particular time, it is so tense. Learn how to hold yourself. To be a member and at the same time a follower of this struggle, you must learn how to be strong. Very, very important. Very, very important. Sometimes I come out here, I do my program, I mix it with a lot of, rumors. Does not mean that I don't know what is going on. But I want, in a way, to carry my message out so that you now know that you need to bring happiness into you so that you can be able to achieve your aim. If the enemy see you every time you are killing yourself, struggling with yourself, they will be more happy. Give yourself a smile while being focused on what you are doing. That's the reason why we must learn how to overcome things that is coming on our way. Relax your mind. Give yourself a smile while being focused. Something is going to happen that many of you will not even expect. To the advantage of Umuchukwu Gabian. We have already planned our way. And I want to begin to thank Mazi Methuselah on his yesterday landmark broadcast. As soon as he made that broadcast. And I hope that the commander in Anambra will take that notice. Because after that broadcast, today, you are seeing an onslaught going on in Anambra. We don't too much make noise. I don't know whether I have that broadcast here. Let me play it. I don't know whether I have that instruction. This is how to speak. Mazi Methuselah, you learn a lot from Nnamdi Kanu. You learn a lot. And I love how you put that announcement. You don't want to begin to say anything in details, because if you say it in details, it's no more a secret. You gave that instruction and the instruction have been passed, but you just reminded them that they should make sure that I implement it. I hope I have it. I hope I have that. I hope I have that broadcast. I need to refresh this. Okay. As I'm refreshing it, let me put my number here so that if anyone have anything you have, that it will be very, very helpful. At least at this time we are, pushing out to go and do the just cause like we normally do it. On 28th, you sit at home. But please, let us not overflow issues when we are calling. If you call, you make it snappy. Let me see if it's what I have. I think this is what I have here. Let me play it. This is what I have here. I'm question. Are they very smart in understanding signals?
Electing ESM commander. Anambra ESM commander, you have to pay attention to this message tonight. And if he is not listening,
those under him that are listening, and those who are in charge of him that are listening, you must pass this message to him. In fact, very urgently.
Yes.
And that message is this. There is a standing order. There is a standing order that has been passed down to you.
Order, yes.
The Anambra ESN commander. And this standing order was passed to you through the appropriate channels.
Correct. Correct. I love that.
Therefore, starting from tonight.
Yes.
Today, the 25th of June, 2022.
Yes.
I want to see that order implemented without further delay.
Correct. Do you see what he said? And you go to order. But he's reminding them to make sure they implement that order. Give one girl, I have the order. I love how he passed this message. Standing order. They push the order to the appropriate channel. Then they are telling them to make sure that they implement that order.
The standing order that was passed down to you, the Anambra commander, you must implement that order starting from tonight. Starting from tonight. I want to see that order implemented.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I hope they obey this instruction, because today we are seeing engagement of military in our bushes today in December Anambra. It's called intelligence. You got that intelligence and you relate it. And I believe that this order have been passed, not even yesterday, to the appropriate quarters. We are coming to remind them. We need to be very determined. I don't know, maybe time will come. All of us that are in Western world will go back home and begin to do this job. Because this is all about discipline. It's not hard. It's not hard. Go and check some military cartel today that are doing well. It's based on intelligence. You know, many of our people at home, I don't blame them. Many of them, you know, they are the environment they find themselves in, brothers. The environment they find themselves in also, you know, the way we reason are not the same. It's not the same. Intelligence and discipline goes hand in hand. Try. Order is given, and you must follow it. If you don't want to follow that order, you don't need to be in the group, because you must trust them. Now let me begin to open my line. My line is open. If anybody have anything to tell me, you have to say it, so that I'll begin to wind down. I think let me try to see if I can be able to close quickly today, because my broadcast is always more than 3 hours. But I'm happy that I think this is 1 hour 40 something minutes. Let me put my number here, so that if you have any advice, or maybe what you think that we need to know that it should be said in the open, is also welcome, because Methuselah is not perfect. He's not perfect. I'm a human being on my own. Like our brother reminded me about what happened in our leader's house. Thank you very much for reminding me that, and I've done justice to it.
For them.
Now let me show you.
State government.
This is what you want Obi to go and stop in the whole governors. Let me see if I can bring it to the screen while, because I don't want here to be bothered, or rather I'll put the voice of my leader. This is it.
So let me help you there.
Befitting mansions built for them by the state government in their state capital, and either in Lagos or Abuja. And the minimum recommended is a 5-bedroom house. Then furniture allowance for befitting furniture of the aforementioned property, and this furniture will be changed every 3 to 4 years. 100 million as gratuity, 100% of current basic salary of the incumbent and deputy. That is full salary for former governor for life. Brand new Jeeps and Hiluxes, which will be replaced every 3 years. 300% basic salary for car maintenance, 300% of basic salary for utilities.
What we are hearing now is the benefit of the past governors in Nigeria, starting from 1964. Past governors, which many of them today are what we know as cabals. And one man comes, say his name is Obi, and he wants to stop this. One man that have no any other political party in other, no state that his party is controlling. But I know what he will do. I know what he will do. I don't want to go into that, like I said. What you are listening to is nothing but the benefit of the past governors.
So let me help you there. Befitting mansions built for them by the state government in their state capital and either in Lagos or Abuja. The minimum recommended is a 5-bedroom house. Then furniture allowance for befitting furniture of the aforementioned property, and this furniture will be changed every 3 to 4 years. 100 million as gratuity, 100% of current basic salary of the incumbent and deputy, that is full salary for former governor for life. Brand new Jeeps and Hiluxes, which will be replaced every 3 years. 300% basic salary for car maintenance. 300% of basic salary for utilities, NEPA, water. 5 million monthly to pay for steward, cook, driver, personal aid, and security. Female security is also required for spouses. 100% of basic salary for entertainment. Medical allowances within the country and overseas for an unspecified number of family members, and it even applies to those who have more than one wife. I rest my case.
Nigeria, why won't they do it now? The oil that come from the south now, I can wait to go to everybody. All the whole 36 states governors. This is what I'm enjoying. You mean this will be enter? He will destroy everything. One man. You are not a military man. You are not the one that make the law. They will be there struggling. They will frustrate the idiot out of him. The same way they frustrate Jonathan. He become an imbecile. We need to go back to where we can govern ourselves. So that if an Ambra man still will chase him, concern, and you force me. Yes, hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, brother. Yes. Yeah, good evening from here. Yes.
Yeah, what is the program you're just on, Kramer? Should I go on?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Please, there's something I would like you to clarify. If Igbo nation has gone from having PVC and refused to vote on Peter Obi alliance, do you deem it necessary for Igbo to be under foreign subjugation?
Okay.
And if your answer is yes, what will be our dividend?
Okay.
And that's number one. And again, the other one I would like to point out that if Igbo nation of Biafra fail to contend with those two criminals, Atiku or Tinubu, remember that the Fulanis are looking for alliance at all costs, especially their interest in Yoruba, so that they will use any person from the south to slaughter Igbos next year. And the international community will say it is a civil unrest. It's a civil unrest under certain regime. Please clarify that.
Hold on.
So that I will know myself.
Just still hang on, don't cut yet because I love your first question.
Yes.
Your first question is
Yes.
now the area we are concerned. If these people that are clamoring for PVC in our land today, if they came out when they're supposed to come out and support what we are doing, and because it's also to have a better environment for our people. If they have come out in their masses to support us on what this thing we are doing, I know the extent we have gone, because the reason why you see this Biafra being as if it's fluctuating somehow is because we have a lot of them that are working against this struggle. They are working against the restoration of Biafra. That is why you see few of us now doing this thing. Now coming to whether PVC or no PVC. Now, if I may ask you, have you ever seen where PVC work before? Do you think that they elect a president of Nigeria by PVC? That's number one question I want to return to you first. Because I have done the calculation front and back. I have checked it front and back. How possible, unless maybe I can find it from you now, because we are learning. How possible do you think that with many of them that are clamoring for Obi, how possible is Obi? Which chances do you think Obi have to become the president of Nigeria? Is it by what you are seeing on social media, or are you talking about the normal way of Peter's war, like you have seen what Buhari have done yesterday by appointing new new legal chiefs? And I mentioned their names here today. You can see that none of Southeasterners are there, zero. So they are not going to give you just election by merit. It's not done. Whoever is going to become that president of that country has already signed and sealed. They're just only waiting to use the people's PVC, to do their normal deceit, so that the international government will see, okay, voting take place. Then they'll now pronounce the result. Now, in the last election, who do you think that won that? Just be sincere. In the last election, do you think it's Buhari that won that election? In this last concluded election,
thank you. That the last election. Well, for me, I call it family or business.
Okay.
Because two of them are Fulanis.
Okay.
So they started themselves. They know themselves. So I don't think that it will be necessary for us to know who won the election, because two of them are the same, or the same apartment.
But they are not the same. Do you know why they are not the same?
It wasn't in the interest of any person from the south, because we are giving them such a mandate that it should come from the north. Fulani. So it's not necessary for we to know who won the election. It will only be good if it's maybe from between south and north. Then we can now set our exert ourselves to know who we won.
Okay, if you talk about that, even though I don't take it completely at the same, because the vice president of Atiku is an Igbo man, and but anyway, like I said, if this PVC have worked sometimes ago in Nigerian election, if Nigerian election is free and fair, then me and you can now begin to think about this direction. You are asking me, can't we just vote somebody from our own side, so that when they get in, we now begin to negotiate on how to be free? This is what analogy many people are taking into consideration.
Okay, like what you just said now, you see, about the PVC.
Yes.
Bonaparte for France said that nothing is too hard to a child whose time has come.
Okay.
So it's not good for you to concentrate on the failure or maybe what happened before.
Okay.
So it's up to us to give a chance, to give peace a chance, and to fight for our rights. And remember that what you are fighting is your right.
Okay.
What you are fighting is what belongs to you, and you cannot give it in the mercy of foreigners. You have to know that friends are foreigners. If you allow them to say, "Oh, friends are not going to give you, I'm not going to give you your mandate or whatever," you are equally saying your right. It's up to you For the first say, use right to get what belongs to you. We use war. I believe in war. I believe in my right to get what belongs to me. Okay. So you don't expect friends who came to, just like preference to a servant taker. They come to eat, to steal, kill and eat. Okay. So it's up to us to fight and take it away from.
Right, what is going on, brother? Right, your line is bridging, but I'm waiting because I love your call. I don't want people to. This is people's opinion.
Deny it. Who's going to deny it? Is it the foreigner going to deny against the indigenous people? Because we are not used before, but now that we have come together to realize our mistake, it's good for us to fight and get what belongs to us with force. It's not with the high attribute we are, or this is potential we are, but with force, or like I love what our leader said. Instead of this to come, let us not die. Okay. And it is not good for us to go to Abuja to beg for any place or beg for a place. Leave my brother. It's better I beg please leave my brother than to beg for any who's the foreigner to please leave my brother.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have IPOB started agitating for Biafra when Jonathan was in power?
Yes, of course.
What was the benefit Biafran got from Jonathan government? At least he's not from Sudan.
You see, if you remember, it's the addition leader to declare what is not right. Or if you could remember what the Diamond said before, he said that what's his name? And during America, he said he wanted to go to Israel to buy weapons, but Nnamdi Kanu went to hotel, and this and he came back. So you know that you cannot declare war where you cannot declare your intention when you are still in primary office. You need to be well equipped and then matured.
But you didn't answer my question. My question was because what we are trying to tell you now is that, can you listen? What you are trying to tell me now that it will be easy to get what we are looking for in the hands of Obi. Am I correct? Hello, am I correct? Right, your network is not really. I don't know, but I got your point. Your network is not really flowing. I don't want many of you to begin to attack one another. Just make you can reference. You can correct him because what he's saying is not correct. He's saying that it will be easy and to get what we are looking for in the hands of Obi. And I wanted to ask him, when Jonathan was in power, even in fact, I prefer Fulani when I'm agitating for my freedom. Now let us listen to this man that is not from even this is not a Biafran. I will pick your call, relax. I will pick your call. There are two things involved in this issue. One is possibility of the man many of you are claiming that you want to use PVC to get India. Secondly, is how to revive Nigeria, which for me is impossible. There are two things we are fighting. One, possibility of using PVC, or possibility of allowing your PVC to count, of which the experiment has been conducted since 1964 till now. It has never worked. Then secondly, how possible it is for you to better Nigeria that is irredeemable. How? Where do we start from? Is it from Boko Haram, Maeti Allah, the corrupt governors that are still going to be there in power, the corrupt House of Assembly members, the corrupt senators that are the man you say as your Messiah? Had it been his maybe vying from the corrupt political parties? I say, okay, maybe when you get there, you convert all of them. But he's going to fix himself in one of them so that he can be able to discharge his duties. Look at this. Listen to this. I played this some time ago, and I believe in this man. I believe him. Many of you that are having the bad opinion is few months. Many of you understand what we are crying.
Waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool.
He's a fool. Let me bring you to your screen. They need to see you on screen. Anybody who is hanging around, waiting for. Don't worry, brother. I will pick your call. I will pick your call. I will pick your call.
Let 20 deliver to me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of you, when any Nigerian listen,
Wait. The man have his own. I know you will say it doesn't matter, but it's okay. It's okay. Our people always love to do experiments. I don't blame them. It's experiments. They love to do experiments.
In Nigeria, who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Why 2025 up and ask them to become president of Nigeria? 20 multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes.
At all.
The system is designed with impunity undergirding it.
Hold on there. Not by personal changes. It's a new Jesus theory. Yeah. Even Jesus, a country that is corrupt. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. My name is Samuel Hiro.
Okay.
Thank you for your work. Yeah, I understand. I'm very happy that our people are, asking for PVC and all that.
Yes.
And this is what we are looking for. We want people to agitate for something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not antagonizing them. I want them to go and make it better.
Exactly.
And either support us or they can still go back and start fighting us as they always do. Because what I understand is that Nigerian mentality have made a lot of our people to only go for the easy fall.
Mm-hmm.
They know that PVC is not going to give them the revolution. Otherwise, other countries, Western countries, would not go into killing themselves and killing their leaders and dethroning them and going for revolution. They know that PVC will not do it, but they pick the easy fall. What they are trying to do is to validate whoever that is British have already empowered.
Correct.
Since before this some time now, Tinubu was going abroad claiming that he was sick. He was not sick. He was reaching agreement. Let me tell you. And all these people that are gallivanting, when they would say that all of them will go and vote for Peter Obi, and they will hear people or Tinubu declare the winner, they will not make noise. In fact, if they make noise, this guy, Peter Obi will be the one to deny them, to say he did not send them, that they are hoodlums, they are criminals. The security should deal decisively with them. And they say that he's committed to working with Atiku or Tinubu to move Nigeria forward. That is the language. And for you to know that this guy called Peter Obi, he has already started making adjustments, telling you that he's not desperate to be an Nigerian president.
Correct. I love that.
But what I want to say is that
yes.
Yeah. So and what I want our people to know is that we should not antagonize those who are claiming that they want their PVC, because it is the same PVC that they use to vote in Imo State. Those people that are shouting PVC, do you know that Jonathan won election in 2015? Compromised, he sold the votes and congratulated the terrorists he knew, and he takes part in what is happening in Nigeria today because he knew that he was bringing in terrorist government. But for him to prove a point, he had to surrender that power and betray the vote of over 5 million visionaries that voted for him. Knew that this is a terrorist government, that they voted for someone else. And then now somebody is coming out to tell us about the dividend of democracy. Let me answer that our brother that called and made a very valid point. I want to ask him, what is the dividend of democracy in our lives? Did they introduce PVC in this 2022? Haven't we be having PVC? What discouraged us from using that PVC is the thing we should talk about. And the thing is in the system. The system is against us. And Peter B knows that he's not making any headway. But anyway, they are going to try. They are not trying, they are not shouting PVC because they know it's going to bring change. But they want to cause a distraction, and they also want to use it to deflect attention from the Biafra issue. If you look at it, majority of those shouting PVC today are not shouting because they have our interest at heart. But they think that shouting that PVC will give them legitimacy into discrediting what we are doing and our position. To make it look like we are the fools and they are the intelligent. And they now care more about our people than we, the people that are dying and giving our lives for it. If you think that they are going to give an Igbo man presidency, it's not this time, because they know that what we are doing in our land is, if they are going to even give an Igbo man presidency, why is it that in Igbo land they are not giving anybody any major important position in this present government. But and as when you finish our why is it that our people claim that they are too intelligent, but they are not reasonable? Do you know what it means to give an Igbo man power in Nigeria at this particular time?
Biafra.
Do you know why they did not give us? They call us. They say that we are landlocked, but they know that there is a river in Ebonyi State, there is a river in Anambra, there is a river in Delta. They did not give you seaport, but they went and put dry dock in Kaduna and only make seaport in what is it called in this place Lagos. There is a river in Calabar. They are not using it. What do you think is making them to shift that power? It's because they know how you reason and what you can accomplish, knowing what you have your destiny in your hand. And these people are telling me, if Peter B is a very good man, I know he's a criminal. If he's not a criminal, he will not come to contend for presidency in Nigeria. If he's a good man, he will wait when we get Biafra, he come and rule us. We will support him. But for him to be shouting now, he wants to go and better Nigeria. What will you do to Boko Haram? What will you do to ISIS? What will you do to the over 5 terrorist groups in the north and those that have been shipped down to the east? How will you fight them? Instead, what they're going to do now is if magically and miraculously, if they give this guy presidency, Peter Obi, what they are going to do is to use him to kill us. Because we know that he has already signed that deal. And that Labour Party is a what is it called? That Labour Party is a UK party. And after going to UK, they put him to their own party because they want to use him to some further agitation. And this the Northerners, I know that the Northerners will not digest it very well because we might take it to our advantage, and they are not willing to take that risk. And if they try to make such a mistake, then they will be the biggest fool of all. Because all their fights, all the years would have been in there, and they understand this because they are more politically wise, the Northerners, than we, especially the Fulani.
Yes.
So thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
You made a point. I love your point. Very valid point. Very constructive and valid point you made.
Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 daily priority me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to upgrade the 1999 constitution with the governance system that it.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think I'm even surprised. That's right. We're actually even talking about PVC and talking about this. And I used to follow you a lot, and I know that you almost memorize almost all of the Kanu's videos in your head. And you can quote quotations from Nnamdi Kanu. So now I'm wondering, before Nnamdi Kanu went to the kidnapping, there was a direct pronunciation from Nnamdi Kanu that there shall be no election in Biafra land again, unless referendum. That position, the last time I heard, has not changed.
Correct.
So I'm wondering, why are we even debating if there should be election? What I'm expecting from us right now is to be telling Biafrans how we are going to proceed, how we are going to go. So, and again, there are some things I'm hearing from even some callers. In form of like, are we giving like an idea to our people to say, okay, as usual, go and try, and you will come back in shame and say, we told you, is that the position we are giving? Because for me, that would be a very wrong position. Exactly. We should be the one championing, directing what to implement our leaders' instruction. And that's what I just observed, and I have to call you.
Thank you very much.
We should be championing.
Hold on. You know, not everybody that is following this struggle is following it with his whole heart or her whole heart. I know you are aware. There are many people that are following just because they hear freedom, they join. Because there are a lot of people that are into this struggle. I know today now they are even conversing PVC. Why are we talking about PVC, brother? We are talking about PVC. So many people are now telling them that they still believe in Biafra. But like if you go to Enugu, they went to Enugu and begin to disperse their information that Chike Dozem have said that people should go and vote because through voting we can now begin to get P2B in. Then he will give us Biafra. So what we are talking is that they should stop lying with the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Ipob in order to lure people in to go and get their PVC. My brother, the way we reason are not the same.
Exactly.
It's not the same. So that is why that's why she was talking about
PVC. And that is what I'm saying. Yes. That is what I'm saying. If something like that is going on, what do you think the leadership should do? Is it not to make clear their position, which is supposed to be the position of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra? So the idea of not saying anything about it, because right now, since people are using his name to be making false statements, the clear position that he should be doing now is to open up to say, this is the position of my leader who already come before he went to prison.
They have done it.
They should give you a lesson.
They have done it. They have done it. Chinas and Woro have done it. Chike Dozem have also done it. They have done it. They said it in their broadcast that nobody should use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Ipob to go into the election. Because we, like just what you told me now, you know our stand. You know our stand since we started this struggle. Nobody should begin to tell you again what is our stand. And as soon as we finish this year call, I'm going to play that stand.
That's what Methuselah.
Yes,
Methuselah.
Yes.
That is what I do not agree with my brother. Because I know you are a very smart, you are very intelligent person. There is nothing like, no, we know our stand. Nobody should use our stand. What is your stand? Faith is, the IPOB right now, as far as Biafra movement is concerned, they are the ones leading the people. So when you are leading the people, you are supposed to prepare the people. You are not getting the people what they are supposed to do at every point in time. You don't lead people by background and expect people to do what they like and come back in shape.
No. You are not getting me. Chinas and Woro have said, we are not interested in Nigerian politics. He said it. Chike Dozem, the same thing. They have said it. We are not interested in Nigerian politics. So this one you see me doing now is to, because not a lot of people will get the message. That's why I've still come out here to begin to see is if you see people that are calling, it's only one person have already started having double mind. Other people, like if you watch the comment section, many of them are saying we are not for election. And me myself is saying that even since I was born, I can say that I have never voted. I cannot remember the time I have voted because I have known for many years that these things doesn't help. You can see me preaching it since 1964. They never have any free affair that will make me to go into voting again. I understand your point.
Yeah.
They have made it clearly. And as soon as you just drop your call, I'll also do justice to that. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much. Brother. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's exactly why I called. You see, the topic you are airing is the right topic. And that's why I called. That's why I listen to you.
Thank you.
And that, the work we should be doing is preparing our people.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing like staying in the background and say, oh, we know what our mind. No. That's for me. If I tell you, if our people should say, we stay at the background and our people, they know our mind. That is deception.
It's okay, brother. After
we start preparing our people on the right thing to do. This should be our role now. Prepare our people. Because if Nnamdi Kanu was here, that's what we will do. And that's what we should be doing right now. And that's what we know we're serious.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me do justice to what we just said so that people can be able to know that they don't need to, they have said it. It's our job to begin to make sure we continue making their broadcast viral. This is the instruction, like our brother said.
Excelency is like the second Niger bridge. It should not be completed. Igbo presidency is like the second Niger bridge. It should not be completed. Maybe like the cleanup. The flag it up the first time, second time, third time. Instead of whether to destroy those houses. Now the 30,000 minimum wage, these are promises made. It is return you back to 86 naira per liter petrol pump price. What happened? None of these things will ever happen. Because it's a dream. It's when you tell a woman around 8, 9:30 in the evening, by 5 you change. 6 in the morning you start saying something completely different. That's how it is. It's to seduce you. So you stop supporting my people, you stop supporting Biafra, you start thinking about the contracts you get. When a new man from your village or from your town is there. Because they know that you always losing.
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me, sister?
Yes, I do.
Yes, very
yeah, good evening from Amsterdam.
All right, you're welcome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Methu. Thank you for the good.
Maybe he didn't, and I will not say he doesn't listen to, maybe that particular broadcast, he didn't listen to it because Chike doesn't said it. Come and plan.
Even yesterday, Mazi Methuselah said any IPOP member using our platform to say anything about you election will be expelled.
Exactly.
That is the stand of IPOP. But coming to the point where he said that we have to start pushing our people now that there will not be any election. But last time I called, I said we should allow our people because something has to happen to them for them to come back fully. And the brother, when I dropped, the brother called and said that I didn't get it right. That no matter what happens to our people, they will never wake up. I'm trying to see the politics Britain are trying to play with us so that we don't make mistakes. You see this very election, just like you said earlier, I just came back from home about 3 months ago. Our people are so hungry, our people are so demoralized, our people are so blind that they don't know what is happening. But so can you imagine in 21st century, in 2022, I just want to use this conversation to show you the level of the thinking of our people back home. So after somebody wants them to walk, what you will hear is that you understand? This is what I'm not thinking right. They don't have a mind of their own. What I'm trying to figure out the trick they want to play with IPOP is that they want us with our people to have problems.
I know.
They want us with our people back home to have problems. And how that Naishimiri, the head of this struggle, even though we are the ones sponsoring it financially, but the head of this struggle is in Biafra.
Yes.
You understand? There's a lot of people, there's a lot of IPOP, advanced members, those who have learned from Mazi back home that are standing there, their ground. But anyway, 40-50% were all members. They were just all members. It's not Biafra. All they wanted to know, Biafra Gabia, and we will have a good life. Okay, Kaigawaba. Now, how those people have put a glimpse of life from people will be, okay, Kaigawaba. IPOP leadership, like I stated last time, must be very careful with this 2023 election so that we don't make mistakes. And you know what I believe? I believe that all of them is win-win for us. Hagalu is win-win for us. The Hagalu is win-win for us. This is my own perspective where I'm seeing it from. But so I don't want to waste your time.
Thank you, sister.
So that other people can come.
All right, I love that. Thank you, sister. Thank you very much. I love your call. I love your call. All of you are making a point. Now, like you said, those of them that are doubting, the only thing we cannot do is to begin to force them not to go and get their PVC, brother. That's what we cannot do. We can't force them not to get their PVC, but we that know what we are doing, we are not part of it. We are not going to force them, like our sister said. We don't want to create that havoc among ourselves. We have said it, brother. We have said what we're supposed to say. But now it's a trap for us, but we are going to make it an advantage for us. Let me show you this brother here. That is crying. I don't know. Again now. This man, let me pick a call. I think let me be very make you snap. I think I have to pick a lot of call now. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Methuselah.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, I want to chip in something from the last two callers. Yes, I understand where that guy was driving at, but I want that guy to understand that there is a great difference from 2019 election and this particular 2023 election. 2019 was a different scenario because majority of, in fact, I can say all the churches were not for P2B then. They were not in support of an Igbo president. They were just watching. You understand me? But what is playing out today is a different ball game. A situation whereby every musician, they are all rallying support for this particular P2B. All the Southeast, they are supporting P2B. And let me tell you what is going to play out. I love what the leadership of IPOB is doing. Because that particular wants the leadership to make a pronouncement like Mazi Methuselah did in 2019 that no election is there for land. Just like the election, Nnamdi election, no election before the cancellation, the 9-minute boycott.
Yes.
I want that last two callers to understand that the system, there's a great difference between 2019 and now. 2019, there was no time Alaba market was closed for people to go and get their PVC. In fact, if you go to Lagos everywhere, they're just talking about this election. People who don't know what agitation means. This is the first time, even if you go, in fact, many markets, this is the first time. So now, if IPOB wants to create enmity, I am telling you, if you want to create enmity, is to the leadership to start telling them there will be no election. That is totally wrong. I love the way IPOB is handling this thing in a very matured way, because we are telling people that we have nothing to do with election. Mazi Methuselah is not in prison because of election. We have lost thousands of men. People were shot in Aba High School. It was not because of election. It also was killed, not because of election. Mazi Methuselah went to prison in 2015, and today he's in prison not because of election. Fulanis are in our forest. Every corner is not what when he said PSN were combating them, it was not because of election. We're not combating them so that there will be a free and fair election. We're doing that to clear our land. So let me tell you something. That last two callers is making a grave mistake. If he thinks the leadership will come up and tell him that there will be no election, that one is a different thing. We have our own mission. I think they have their own mission. And our mission right now is to free Mazi Methuselah and not see the election. And hello? And hello? Are you listening? Are you paying attention?
Yes, we are listening. We are continue.
Hello?
Yes, continue.
Okay. So, okay. In few days' time, I think I will be available, and there is a particular video I will play out. I will show out to the public about a guy who supports IPOB, supports Biafra and Mazi Methuselah. If you listen to what this guy said, you will shed tears, Methuselah. You will understand that the churches in Nigeria, especially in Southeast, all the churches, both Pentecostal and Catholic, they brainwash our people that people should forget about this Biafra of a thing. That when people comes in, people man, we live in paradise. They have brainwashed them. If you watch what this guy was saying, he was even saying that Biafra, and if you see what this guy said about Biafra, he was even saying that, yes, we want Mazi Methuselah to be that, but for now, let Mazi Methuselah be Biafra Mandela spent 27 years. If you see what he was saying, this is somebody who was agitating. I will show you that video, and you will understand what I'm saying. In future time, maybe after the release of Mazi Methuselah on Tuesday, by the special grace of God, I'm going to throw it out. You will understand that they have brainwashed. Let me tell you, each of these brother is a Catholic priest or crying out loud. And that is the reason why they could shut down Mbaka immediately with their party to be. All the churches, and you know our people are too religious.
Yes.
They have brainwashed both the Pentecostal, all the pastors are just talking about PVC. Musical stars, celebrities, everybody. Comedians, PVC. Even people talking about Mazi Methuselah, even I done that praises Mazi Methuselah, it's also talking about PVC. So right now, if the leadership ever wants to create eternal enemy in Biafra land, you just tell them there will be no election. One try to understand this thing.
I know.
P2B is going nowhere.
I know the game.
Listen, P2B is going nowhere. And we cannot be the scapegoats in February 2023. IPOB will never be the scapegoats because going to say anything if IPOB try to disrupt this thing like there will be no election, confuse people and all these things. If P2B finally loses in February, go and mark it somewhere. Go and mark it somewhere. Everybody, you see all these celebrities and the churches, they will now start preaching to people. You see, P2B couldn't win because your brothers, you Biafran people, are there causing trouble. You are the ones that stole P2B's chances of winning the election. And once this message is passed on, let me tell you the consequences. The consequences is that our people are highly, how do I put it? Our people have been very supportive. Both those who are in IPOB or not. You see what happened in Ogigo. Why it couldn't happen in Biafra is because you're not next door neighbor. Even if you know you're an IPOB member, will never invite the police that this man living here is an IPOB member. Because if you lost what you are doing, but let me tell you, if P2B loses and they start brainwashing them that it's IPOB that is the cause, one man, apart from all these people that is shouting PVC, they anger they will turn it against IPOB, and they are the people who will move to just those the three brigades, what they call it, those call them, come and see the IPOB people that stop P2B, come and see their houses, come and see their family members. We will have problems. We are not interested. I love the way the leadership is handling this issue. I am 100% happy. We are not interested in party politics. We are not interested in the P2B presidential or anything. We will be agitating for the release of Mazi and Kanu and Biafra. The way we've been doing. But for them to, my dear brother, I think let me just end it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You made a point.
By anytime next week we will talk.
All right, brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me show you something here. I'm going to pick a lot of courses. I've seen like 5 courses I will pick. Don't worry. I know they want to use us. Like he said, he's correct. They did it. They wanted to do it with Jonathan. That is even this. Let me add up what Osman Mampage said. They are not even only going to say it's we. They will say we are working with Fulanis. Whoever that win that election, whether it's APC or PDP, they say IPOB is working with APs. Not just that we made P2B to lose. IPOB is working with PDP. That is why they now say this is business. They will tell you people that they are in Samana. They have collected money from PDP to begin to campaign against their own pay. We know what we are doing, brothers. We know what we are doing. Now, those of you that are into PVs, I want to show you. This one happened on 19th of this month. No, I want to see anybody that will call me who is in support of PVs. I will ask him a question. If they announce somebody else as the next president that is not P2B, what will you do? That's the question. What do you have to engage them? What will you do? Is it placard? We no go agree or we no go agree. Even P2B will call and said, congratulations, just like Urubebe, the only man that stood for that election, where they were, he said, I will not agree. I'm not gonna add analysis, I don't agree, I don't agree. Jonathan Apola already congratulate him. Now, look at this thing you are watching now. This is in Ekiti State, governorship election. This is a video we know already with rigging, massive rigging. Look at it here. Try my hammer. We don't want to dabble into this nonsense, brothers. We don't want to dabble into it, I tell you. Let me see if I can be able to bring it to the screen. Here it comes. This one is AP's 19th. There are, I think, someone I want standby governor. APC. Standby.
APC haven't satisfied the requirements of the law. We say about the winner and in return elected. Signed by the returning officer. dated 19th day of June 2022. Thank you very much.
Let the reaction of the PVC. Let the reaction. Let the reaction.
So that some people were listening that we get some people, but I'm saying another thing now. I'm saying that what is responsible for me. He said, to get another thunder is responsible for my food. That's it.
Yes, can you hear me? Maybe not the noise. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but are you driving? It's windy.
No, I am not driving.
Yes, okay, it's getting better now. Yes, continue.
Okay, yeah. So it's very unfortunate, my brother, that we have our people who do not understand the system that is called Nigeria. Number one, the system Nigeria has what I call the hegemony of the oligarchy, the owners of Nigeria. They have said it many times. Our brother Peter B, like I said, I always love him. I will love him. What he stands for is perfect and good. But what stands against him is something out of this world, which our people do not understand. Our people's vote, whether you are in Kapantano, whether you are in Lagos, cannot give Peter B what we are asking him to come and do. The people that own Nigeria have already told you what they will do. So, if they understand the system that is against them and against P2B, they should ask for different things altogether. I've always said that what we need is the 6 months before this election, suspend it, request for suspension and begin to ask for a referendum that will bring something different, that even if P2B will come in, they will have a very perfect level to do what we are asking to come and do.
Correct.
You understand?
Yes.
But it is not going to happen. They will not give him that opportunity. Whatever consultation or email, let him go and do that consultation. It is not going to happen because it is an anathema for an Igbo man to come and do what to rule Nigeria now. So our people should understand that system, and they have, to foster protection of our land. Protecting our land is the most important thing. Not vote, not PVC, because they are going to use the infiltrators. Already they are using them, but you see the infiltrators, they have run out of money. The money is not coming from Nigeria again. The money is not coming. Everybody eye don't open. So, but they are going to give them more money again to do what they want them to do, because if the infiltrators are still using IPOB them to do what they want to do, but they have already been destroyed, and they will continue to be destroyed. So whatever thing that is going to happen is that our people should understand that this election, no Igbo man will get there now. Never. It's not going to happen. But if they begin to say, let us suspend this thing and have a referendum that will bring something different, so that everybody will go home and begin to operate from where we started in the system. That is the remedy. For these people, all the Kanu saw Kwara, a baby that is sucking in mama breast, you won't come out the breast or mouth. No. You cannot do it. But it is doable. Everything is possible. It is all that will say this is not possible. Every impossibility is possible, my brother. So our people should open their eyes, and I know that DOS, they are very, very intelligent people.
Sure.
We will support them.
Yes.
Let's support these people. And anybody coming to say, DOS, to announce what? For what? How do you want them to announce? What do you want them to do? They already know what they are doing, and they are doing it, and we will see. The people at the end of this thing, they will come back and take IPOB. Mark my word.
I know, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me go. You made a very good point there, brother. Let me go to you. I will be picking call very snappy. Now, yes, can you hear me? Brother made a very, very good point. Yes. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the last brother who just spoke.
Yes.
I wanted to get something very clear. What is actually his position? Is his position the fact that we should go into the election? Then, because from what I can see, he said he believes that Obi will not be able to win. At the same time, he is talking about IPOB will be blamed if IPOB discourage people from going into the election 2023. So I'm confused.
Wait.
The end game?
I think you are not talking. Wait. Let me get you know. Hold on.
To lose.
Hold on, brother.
You have start agitation from the beginning, and then the UK government and every other world body will say is because you lose, because you contested and you lose. That's why you are agitating. Is that what he wants?
No.
I'm confused here.
You didn't get him very well. You are talking. You didn't talk about the last caller. Rather, the last before this caller. This one, I think this brother that just finished his.
Yeah, the one before this caller. I know the guy. I know him. I know him very well. He uses his name MOI. So what I'm asking is, what is his position?
No, his position.
So if you want,
let me
want us to go into the 2023 election.
No, brother, listen. He didn't get him very well. He didn't listen to him very well. If you have listened to him very well, he never wanted us to go into election. What he says is that.
Okay, what you understand?
Let me make it clear so that you can come with your own contribution. What he said is that the leadership of IPOB should not go into discouraging those that wanted to get their PVC, so that at the end of this election they will not have anybody to blame, because they are not going anywhere. That they may look for who to blame, like what happened if you watch our leader during the time Jonathan lost election. Many people are calling especially from Iguacha. They were cursing Mazi Methuselah, Kanu, calling him that you work with the APC, you are a criminal. You are working with these people. So this is because Mazi Methuselah, Kanu, those times we are shouting no election, and Jonathan is also somebody from Biafra. So when Jonathan lose, they begin to say that Mazi Methuselah, Kanu and his group is working with Fulani to make sure that his brother, their brother first. So we are just staying aside, away from this election. Also do what we know how to do. We are not going to tell people to go and get their PVC. We are not going to people not PVC. We allow people to do whatever they want to do, so that they are going to come back to meet us, because me and you have calculated to know that they are going nowhere. I don't know whether you get it.
So my brother, Methuselah,
yes,
this is my position.
Okay, what's your position?
So as you, with all this information you, Methuselah, have about Nigeria, and with the information we have, all of us are abroad. I'm in the US.
Okay.
You are in Austria.
Okay.
With all this information we have, with the Islamization agenda that we know, that is almost at the concluding phase, with the new Supreme Court judgment that have legalized the wearing of hijab for students in public schools in Lagos, which will go around all the whole state, with all the military institutions, all the parastatals in Nigeria that they are fulanized, they have put all their northern people there, with the agenda in Obja. Hold on, please. Thank you very much for giving your position. Let me finish. So with all this agenda that we know, we now should fold our hands and stay back and tell the people who are in Biafra, who are scared, to do the right thing. And we know the right thing. We know that in this election, when they go into the election, they are going to validate their slavery. Because Atiku has already made his position known on how to do open grazing. Go and check it out. It's a couple of days ago. That is going to encourage open grazing in all of the whole Nigeria. And so we knew we should step back and watch them go and make the mistake and come back to be a slave.
Listen, brother. You are not getting the game very well. The game is very simple. Whether you vote, whether you didn't vote, what will happen, just like we said. But the problem we are having is, how do we convince our brothers to join us and do this once and for all? We can't force them. We can't. I'm coming, brother. I'm coming. We can't force them. We can't put gun on their neck for them to come and realize that what we are doing is a just cause. they have been seculars, like you said, trying to Islamize us, trying to subjugate us in a way that is not suitable for us. But we can't kill our brothers in forcing them to know what is right. So this is the opportunity we have seen, and we don't want them to blame us. That is why we don't want to force them not to do what they want to do, so that they are going to come back to us, so that we will now march with full force. How I wish they would realize it now. We wouldn't have allowed them to go into it first. If it is possible, brother, we will force them to abandon this election, BBC, and join us to do this thing once and for all. Just like I'm doing it now. Everybody is rising up. You know, the comedians are rising up, the pastors are rising up. Nobody cared to do this thing when we are doing our own. But now they see a way that this is the way for them to, go out of this entrapment. But I am telling you,
thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Biafra land is concerned right now, IPOB is in charge of Biafra. Take it away. The Southeastern governors are not relevant when it comes to the people of Biafra. So if we want the people to do the right thing, we know what the people do, we know what to say. If we start telling the people this is the right thing, this is the right thing, they know what to do.
But we have said it. We have said it. The leadership of indigenous people of Biafra have told them.
I'm talking about consistent preaching. I'm talking about consistent preaching. Because the people are scared. That's the only reason they are asking for Peter Obi. And we all know that Peter Obi can never win. Because we don't win the North. The North will never give the vote to Peter Obi.
Brother, no need of me and you arguing. We are on the same page. Me and you are on the same page. So don't need of me. You know the game. I know the game. You are not against. You are the same. You are also in the same line with what I am. So no need of us. The only thing we will keep on. What I'm doing now is that I'm indirectly telling our people what to do. I don't want to come out here and begin to shout like a madman. We have said this thing a long time ago, and that is why I keep on playing this thing. Onye went here, no. I tell you, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for your contribution. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
This is why I continue replaying this. I am not a fool by replaying this. I know what I'm doing, brother. I know what I'm doing.
Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 daily parity me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to upgrade the 1999 constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it.
Like our previous caller said, if Obi meant well for many of you, he will do what this man said. Look at it here.
The system that is enshrined in it. Upgrade the 1999 constitution. Upgrade the 1999 constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes.
Personnel changes. So those of you want me to be shouting no PVC? No, I can't. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Yes, very snappy. Yes, brother. I can hear you. I think I have a lot of callers here.
Good morning from United Arab Emirates.
Yes, you're welcome, brother.
Thank you very much, Watchmaker, for your good work for this topic, because this is the topic that is trending on social media now. So I don't know where our people keep their brain. I don't know where our people keep their brain. What has been happening to our people since 1914 up to these days? Our people have never used it to learn a lesson. This seems to be that you people are shouting, obedient. When Obi is governor in Anambra State,
brother, don't go that area. Let you know that we are campaigning for others.
Okay.
Yes. You're not talking about we are condemning him and then we are promoting others. No, all of them are criminals. We know.
Okay. Okay. Let me put it in this way now. People should know the stand of IPOB. People have already know the stand of IPOB. We have nothing to do with Nigeria politics. We have nothing to do with Nigeria election.
Exactly.
Because we know PVC is useless in Nigeria. What they are doing in Nigeria is election.
That's election, yes.
After you, and all these people that is shouting Obi now. Okay, now after they put another person in that Nigeria president now, which is not fit to be, what are you people is going to do? You people are not going to do anything.
Nothing.
What happened in Imo State is typical example. What happened in Imo State is typical example. Somebody that is in fourth position, they bring that very person as a governor of Imo State, and he is still reeling today. What have you people done? I don't know what is wrong with our people, Methuselah. I don't know why when our people is going to lay their life. Let us fight this just cause and get our freedom once and for all. Everybody will enjoy. Our people cannot stay in one place. Today they will say this one, tomorrow they will say this one, next morning they will say this one. What is wrong with us? Where did our people keep their brain? You will see a doctor, engineer, a lawyer, shouting for PVC, the church leader shouting for PVC. What is really wrong with our people? Metro, I'm upset in our
I don't want to hear that you people are upset. You have to know what we are into. Oh, normal, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're gonna be strong. We're gonna be strong. We're gonna be strong. And I want many of people to say some of our people, not all of our people. Some of our people are very vulnerable, while majority of us are die-hard follower of this problem. So in our everybody, we are not cool. I'm going to play you this. Many of you think you want me to come here to be shouting PVC. I know what I'm playing, brothers. Pay attention to this. Just 1 minute. I will be back.
You voted in 1999. They rigged election. They voted in election. In 2003, was it 2003? You voted again. The treasury was looted. 2007, we went back to vote for another change. The treasury was looted. 2011, did you not go there? The treasury was looted. Each time you vote for them, they steal from you. And you know the funniest thing? Next time when they come to go and vote, you will also go out to vote. That makes sense. You can't reason very well. All I know, some man that you would have done, let's think about it. If the road is so beautiful, you go that far. If you go on a road that the 2 steps you see is only the one going, not coming back. You should come back. This is something the details they used to tell us by the moon that when we are small. You are now going to
yes, you give me as happy. I just told you I begin to receive so many calls. So I just want to limit this call highest 3 minutes so that others can call. A lot of call is coming. I don't even know. Yes, can you hear me? Just continue. Continue. I'll be picking straight ahead.
I can hear you, my brother. Only young way you only our HOD yesterday. So the employee can't come in now. We're not first time on that one.
I know.
So then when you went to news in there, I need to bring your PVC. You can't put now the government to bring the machine to work. Now wasn't a PVC, not a machine I print the PVC. So now there's nothing to say about it. I know here, I know thank you, God bless you.
Thank you, brother. I love your call, very snappy. Yes, can you hear me, brother? You can mail me today. Anybody that is calling, highest, please, so that others can be able to call in. We'll begin snappy. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, brother. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
My contribution on the PVC about that now, you know, our people are there. You need to get our people and what I saw in that PVC of the matter of the thing now, if you give them for election, and once after the election, and they saw that their candidate didn't win, what we see Nigeria government will do on their head, the game they will play is to give them this incentive of agricultural this of a thing, to give them 30,000 every month. And once I initiate the such agricultural money, and I hear in a month. For all of our will be one win that registration use of agriculture. That is another way they normally used to come them now, or they will even bring the 5 million hungry Nigerian youth. Everybody will begin to channel its energy on that particular.
So our people, the thing there is just that our people, they are, I don't know, almost the whole group in Anambra, I work with them from that group, because I'm not going to, but we must continue. Because wherever our people through your platform, all of them must carry his Twitter handle tomorrow and next tomorrow. Because many of our people are no longer playing their roles on that Twitter handle anymore. And it seems as if our message is not going. Obro comes to me and I know Obro. If you are already to last time during your broadcast, 22, concerning having one kind of something like organizing it. We in our WhatsApp group, so often they arrange day of Maka, that stuff. All our man knows the one.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me go to very, very snappy on that. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, hello? Yes, hello?
Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Am I live?
You are live. You can snappy today, brother. Yes, you are live. You are live, brother. You are live, brother. Our brother from America. I think I'm speaking to our brother from America. Yes. I have given P2. Yes. All right. We are hearing you, brother.
All right. Biafra, shalom. Chuku Okika Biama prosper every IPOB.
You say?
Media team, we just want to commend you for your great job and outstanding work. Mazi Nnamdi Hashem prosper him. He has already led us into total freedom of our people and our land, the holy land of Biafra. At this also, I just want to also commend our DOS. Thank you, DOS. You are the best. Hashem prosper you people. I must tell you, what cannot be described your outstanding work for your own country, Biafra. Where we are right now is a pivotal point, and our country is already free. Mazi Nnamdi pretty much for almost every part of Biafra, and some party didn't talk. They just took its message. People were mobilized. World over have been mobilized. It touched many regions of the world, and we have IPOB everywhere. I was so shocked. A brother called me, he said he want to join IPOB, and this guy is in big time media. I laid him out, He said, without freedom, as an Orthodox Jew, it doesn't make no sense your country not being free. The fellow Orthodox Jew, I said, oh, you got the message now. Jewish Israel, they rooted together and free Israel. It became a country. All right? So all I'm just trying to say is this. Yes, we are free our land, our country is free. The mind of our people have come back as far as reasoning with common sense to go ask them and gave us. Our people were not just physically enslaved, they were also mentally enslaved. IPOB have undone such wickedness and subjugation and disenfranchisement. Now, where we are right now is to mobilize to go and build our country. Simple. Most of us are in diaspora, all right? Yeah. We enjoy the benefits of the effort of other people, all right? South Sudanese, they went back, and South Sudan become what it is today. It's one of the countries that is in fast pace in every facet as regard to development. Eritrea, the same, followed suit. Zimbabwe, the people are ranting rubbish on media. Zimbabwe is stable. Likewise, South Africa, they went through the same struggle as we. Amazonia, our people, look at Amazonia today because of our Biafra. alliances. So about Sonia, we want to commend you. And we are your people. We stand shoulder to shoulder. Just a nutshell here. I'm going to be snappy. This is it. We are not people that are marginalized or kind of group into whatever. We are a free people and a free country, and it's called Republic of Biafra. Simple. And Ojukwu told everybody, once you step over this boundary, you are in Biafra. And he stand, he said, it is irreversible. And Biafra is an Asian country. Whatever they're floating around has nothing to do with us. We don't recognize it. What we recognize is our self-determination, self-governing, government of the people, for the people and by the people. And that is the Republic of Biafra. All right. Our referendum is already done. The seat at home, which IPOB leadership through DOS and Mazi Nnamdi, the Kanu declared. People obey. That's our referendum. So we are just waiting for things to, for us to mobilize, go back and develop our country. All right. Finally here, the evil British that are charlatans, they couldn't develop themselves. They went about to countries with gun as criminals, putting gun on their head. Those who receive them, they are armed robbers. Simple. Nobody should copy that character anymore. We are decent people. They promote Muslims, develop Arab Muslim country. They destroy African country. The Berlin Conference, you remember it? Yeah. I'm done with my free Jewish Israel. So we have done. Stand totally and shoulder to shoulder with DOS. Follow the directives. Biafra is already a free country. Mazi Nnamdi is a free man, and he has freed our people. Hashem prosper you all.
Correct, man.
And Chukwu Kabiama prosper you.
Bless
Shalom,
you,
brother.
Bless you, brother. Bless you, brother. Thank you very much, our brother, our Bika. Bless you, brother. We have people that are trying to see if they can be able. Well, we have people that will help us to develop the kind of country we are looking for. We have a lot of people standing by. It's we that is in the hand to make sure that we know what we are fighting for. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Imagine.
Yes, I'm hearing my voice, Dr. Brother.
Hello, good evening. Are you hearing me?
No, don't do like this, brother. When you call me, you have to lower the one you used to watch me. I don't want my voice to be coming double, brother. Let me go to you. I have a lot of people that are calling, so I want to make sure that I get in touch with them. I have a lot of new callers today, so when you call me, please, I know you have been listening to me and at the same time watching me. I will call you back. Let me go to our sister from America at the same time. Okay. Yes, our sister. Yes, the word is hearing you. Yes, go on, because I see your missed calls. Yes.
Yes, my brother. Yeah, continue. Good afternoon. My name is Amaria. How are you today?
Yes.
I'm listening to what you're doing, and I want to contribute that this is how I'm going to summarize the stance of our DOS.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell, don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
That's our position.
Correct.
Don't ask, do not. Whatever they want to do, that's what they want to do. We are taking that stand. Because I have listened to one or two comments, they want to set us up, and we don't want to fall into that trap. But let us remember that some people, the way they learn is when it happens to them. That's the only way they can learn. It doesn't matter what you tell them. There are some of us who observe what happened to somebody else, and they vow that it will never happen to them. That's a category of people. And there are people who can read the tea leaves and say, I am not going to allow this to happen to us. So some of our people who are shouting PVC, let them go ahead. Just like DOS has stated, and they have repeated it, we have nothing to do with Nigerian politics. We're not asking anybody to vote. We're not asking anybody not to vote. It's your choice. Because look at what is happening. I don't know whether you had the breaking news just now, an hour ago. A Catholic priest was abducted, I think somewhere in a state or something like that. And he was going to mass this morning, he was abducted, and they just found his body. He was abducted by the headsmen, and they have killed him. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying to use this now to talk to our people or to give an example of what is happening to our people. I can tell you, I can bet that few days ago, even yesterday, this priest never believed that the headers are attacking us or the headers are attacking, ravaging everywhere. He never believed, because I'm yet to hear any priest that preached against the headers. Maybe some of them are beginning to come a little bit. But today, with this thing that happened, his diocese, his people, his family, now they will believe that headers attack on innocent people. The abduction of the header, the criminality of the header, the terrorism of the Fulani herdsmen is a reality. So there are people who learn like that when it happens to them.
Exactly.
So Nigeria is going to happen to our people. That is a guaranteed talk. How is it going to happen to them? Let's see what is going to happen. If 2023 will even happen. Because our people are busy. They play around with PVC. Meanwhile, the Fulanis are dumping their people in our neighborhood. So all this, that is why I stand strongly with DOF, what they have said. If I thought there's going to be election, we shall see. All of them will be screaming, all looking for where to hide. Who will save them? The Fulanis are giving them PVC. Meanwhile, even in Nigeria, they are distributing PVC. But in Nigeria, you cannot find PVC. And people are still cannot open their eyes and say, okay, even if you want to go for PVC, why don't you advocate the availability of the PVC? It's not even available to them. And they're making noise. So it's a distraction. We should be talking about Mazi, his release and referendum, and the coming of Biafra. Period. And that's where the US starts, and that's where I stand. That's all I wanted to contribute.
Thank you, our sister. Thank you, our sister. Our sister, thank you very much for that. Exactly, our sister. There's a distraction, but like you said, it's calamity. It's the only thing that will guide our people. They said they don't have PVC, while in the north, I know what I want to child, even about your mark. The poor mark and a PVC. These are our the children of the north. The poor have a PVC, What fear fair? Our people, our brothers don't know some. Yes, can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi Methuselah.
Yes, brother.
Good evening.
Yes.
Are you hearing my voice?
Go straight, yes. It's very snappy, yes. We're hearing you. The word is hearing your question.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good dog. Of a truth, the topic of today, are the good, and they come at the right time. I have been thinking about this. I've been thinking about what is happening. Then I discovered that what is happening to our people is like when your church has the worship. So that's the spirit that have occupied the land. So I like what the DOS did. Let them just leave them. Because I know that PVC will surely tell them. And also I know that this is the plan of the British. Because they have seen that our people, they are so serious of this election. And they are listening. They are listening to hear what IPOB is saying. Thank God that God is probably on the side of IPOB. The DOS has never said anything concerning it, and I believe they will never say anything concerning it, because this is a very big trap. They want to trap us so that if we say anything, when they finally define the president, Igbo youth will turn against IPOB, that it is IPOB that is the problem, why they do not become the president. So you for your good work. Let me just stop here.
Thank you.
And God richly bless you.
Thank
in the name of people.
You say, brother. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Let me see if it's what I have here. I have one particular broadcast. I don't know what I have here.
They are saying that they lack weapons to secure the people of the police commission. IGBO. Are you people ashamed that all of yourselves? People without shame, you can't have any need. You don't have shame. There is no shame inside you.
I think you will be the last caller today. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, Methuselah, good evening, my brother.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm by my chancellor.
All right. You're welcome.
My brother, I've been following you carefully since you video, but I want to tell you that we, the indigenous people of Biafra, are in on a crossroad. We are on a crossroad right now. But for the interest of all the other non-Igbo speaking, let me speak English. I listen to all other speakers. We are at the crossroad. In this part of the world where I am, there's one highway that runs from East Coast to West Coast. There's a place they call a crossroad mall. That crossroad, if you're on a highway, once you get to that place, the traffic will make you to slow down. And slowing down, that traffic is not relevant to where you are going. Well, the delay to where you are going. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, continue, brother. Just flow. We are hearing you. Just flow.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say with that, this P2B's presidency is very big slowdown to the freedom struggle we are doing now.
But it's also
one of our brothers.
But it's also an advantage.
One of our brothers.
It's also an advantage. It's also an advantage.
And I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that, brother, that our people are confused. We need to educate them. Now, people don't know where to do. What is happening now is just like a pregnant woman. Once the pregnancy is due, 9 months, is either the woman dies or the baby is delivered. That is what is happening now. Our youth, Nigerian youth, indigenous people, Biafrans and other people, they are confused. Now, the youths who don't know the history of Nigerian history and civil war, everybody is fighting for liberation. There is something that everybody is craving for. That is what Nnamdi Kanu has been crying since. But the unfortunate thing is people are not remembering that same man that has been dying for everybody. Now, PVC is the order of the day. Just like our leader, our indefatigable leader, Chike said, that or the order, he gave order yesterday. In Igbo, I watched one Skibo comedy, he doesn't need to come out and say everything in the open. The infiltrators don't need to know what he's saying. It's a coded language. The order has been given. One biggest problem, each time we come out and say we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. Sometimes, if you carry that mantra in front of your enemy, they will decimate you.
Exactly.
In the Fulani, they use takia. They call something takia. That takia is, they will play trick, they will deceive you and believe that it is in line with their ideology. In military, military tactics is a form of takia. This to whiter than white and whiter than snow is deceiving so many of us. Chika Doze spoke in a language of takia. I love it. Those who have ears, let them hear it. I listened to our leader, one of our leaders, Chinasa, one time. He was urging P2B to reserve his energy, that when Biafra comes, he will put his energy in making sure that everything works very well. For example, we good on Jonathan Nachi, Fulani they frustrated him. Till today, Otuoke has no single road. They don't have potable water. The only thing that good of Jonathan Merebu, he achieved in building a church for Otuoke community. Church is church an industry. Church where people go and enslave themselves more. So it is very, 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 very unfortunately. This coming 2023 election, our people, our youth are craving for PVC because they want change. And that change is in line with what Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching. But very, very unfortunately, that election will be rigged. Any person who is not awake should wake. They will rig that election. Can we watch what is going on? It's only South and South that is fighting each other. Yoruba versus Igbo. No, they are not saying anything. If you watch the social media space, no, Jagaban group versus Obi group. See, articles group, they are not doing anything. Nobody's talking. These guys, they are master planners. At the end, they will rig the election. So, it is good to prepare our people's mind. In the case that what we are expecting did not happen, what are we going to do? Me too, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
I know you have spent so much time. Yes. My brother. God bless you so much. Yes, I don't want to say everything, but so far so good. When it comes to election, North, PDP and APC, they will all vote their brother. All of them, both those in PDP, those in APC will abandon Tinubu and vote Atiku in PDP. They are master planners. So people should wake up. If P2B is not declared winner tomorrow, what are we going to do next? That is my position.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
God
brother.
bless you, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Yes, let me go to our brother. I know what people are saying. I understand all these things, Our brother, what will wake us up is calamity. It is called calamity. If our people are reasonable, do you think we should be talking by now? No, since how many years now Mazi Methuselah started speaking? So many of you are talking about educating our people. What are you going to educate them? The only education they need is calamity. That's what many of you should pray. Calamity is all these things we are talking. If it is a place that are sensible, think we will still be talking by now. No. They want us to clear everything in the open, whiter than snow, to your enemy. You can be whiter than snow to your own brother, not to your enemy. If you started watching from the beginning of this broadcast, you will see how military slaughtered people, destroyed the house of the leader of Biafra, but they come out and denied it. But you yourself is saying whiter than snow. So my brother, always pray for calamity. That is the only thing that will wake an average Biafran up. If you think it's by talking, you are wasting your time. As I'm speaking now, they will be asking what they will be waiting, give away. If I can turn this platform to give away, you will see that every blessed night, everybody will write in me, are you coming online today? You will see millions of people watching because they will get something. So what they used to tie down is what I call hunger. Hunger, they said, is the root of all evil. Hunger. Agro, I tell you. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, good evening, bro. From here, yes.
That's good news. Definitely.
Yes, go on, brother. Go on, just very snappy. I think you should be the last caller, or maybe second to the last caller. Okay. Brother from London. Yes.
Okay. Now, in this our people, there is one old man that told me that the majority of the people ignorant we have is from the people. So our people now, so it's very hard. Think of it. We all today we have repented and we follow IPOB because we all even before we leave home we have rejected Nigeria. That's why we hear the voice of Mazi Methuselah. We embrace it with our full heart, our wholeheartedly. That is the thing. And our people will be telling everybody they would like to make the same. They would like to make mistake before they will know the truth. Okay, I want to tell you something about the natural phenomena today now. You see, when you go to toilet now and you stay alone there, after having the toilet, after shitting now, you will not even know that the shit is smelling. It's only when you have go out of the room and you come back again. Exactly what happened to our politicians when they are telling them about 2023 election. Everybody is saying, I will go, I will do this. Now what is happening? Now they have come out of it. Now they are seeing the mistake they have made. So, bro, that is what I want to contribute. Thank you for what you are doing for your country.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I love that. Very snappy. I love that. Like our brother rightly said, I wanted to see campaign in the north. I have to him and social media and leave on our north, placards about it. I say even in the north will be. They can only deceive that man. Sometimes all of you are in social media are also deceiving P2B. Many of you are deceiving him. Can you believe that in this 21st century, look at what somebody is thinking is in his brain? Now that we are not the same. We are not the same. If you want that country to progress, you talk about either at worst restructuring, so that everybody will manage their region, or total division. At this 21st century, the question might be reached when you're not at the same country.
As the winner for Nigeria 2023 presidential election, Atiku, Peter Obi, or Tinubu. Tinubu now. Tinubu, yes. What do you think is Tinubu? Tinubu is a man of everybody where have money, and if you go there, you know how to work to use cash to do. It's not going there to steal the money. In Atiku.
You know how now we are not the same. I'm not happy, I'm angry. You want to say Fisher they have go. You want to teach go on your development. Brain and aqua. You would brain and compare it to the dead brain. And you don't know that environment you stay have effect in your life. You don't know. The way you are reasoning now, as you have traveled out, embrace the country you find yourself in, embrace development, integrate yourself. The same is not the same way you are reasoning. You will not understand it now until you now go back there again and begin to have a discussion with them. You now begin to know that you are entirely different. So don't stay where you are. You want to get. Look at. He said he will vote for Tinubu because of what? Because he have money. So in other words, somebody that have money will not steal money. Why he will not vote for P2B is because P2B does not have money, and again he's an Igbo man. A mature man is talking. A mature. The
winner for Nigeria's 2023 presidential election, Atiku, Peter Obi, Tinubu. Tinubu now. Tinubu, yes. What do you think is Tinubu? Tinubu is the man of everybody where have money, and if you go there, you know how to work to use cash to do. It's not going there to steal the money. In Atiku, Naro. Like now wrong person. If Peter Obi are wrong person because Peter Obi doesn't have money, and the one will go there to make the money. So Peter Obi doesn't have money. Yes. That's why you feel you know go be win the election. Yes, that's very well. I need an Igbo man. Like Igbo man, yes. You know me Igbo man win the election. I know one Igbo man to go there so that to not sell this our country. If you say Igbo man will sell the country, why? Because people too like money. Okay. People too like money. From the beginning of the end, people too like money. When people man see money, where they say, can you make change of maybe oil for USD? Can this thing? I sell it. So the person where you want make it emerge as president, that's Tinubu. You see, I'm like credible person. That is the man of everybody. Man of everybody. Yes. Thank you very much. You get me.
Normally in that place now, somebody. I don't want to. I'm not against anybody now, but in normal sense, with what is going on in that country now, will somebody begin to think about that? Somebody have money is going there not to steal. Then because those that don't have will go there and steal. See, they are not. We are not the same brother. Now, I played you something about Ekiti State. And look at what happened in Ekiti State. After this guy they have declared. Look at what they are going to watch. Like this one happened on 19th. Today is 26th. On 19th of this month. How many days now? 7 days. What they are going to watch now happened 7 days ago. And they have declared the winner of the same people this guy is crying.
So far so good. It's going on fine. But to be sincere with you, there are some atrocity going on here. There are some certain political party canvassing people here.
This is Ekiti election we are seeing here. Governorship election in Ekiti State. 19th of this month. This is what this guy is complaining. But what happened? They declare him winner. You get me again? How willing? You will see in your house.
1,000 security are here looking at them, doing nothing. Who decided to see people? It's because you people are here with camera now. That is why they stopped. That's what is going on here this morning.
Nigeria.
They even went to the extent of giving people money online. He's finally speaking. I've called the DPO, I've spoken with him, I've stopped some security personnel, stopped their vehicle, I've spoken with them, but nothing has been done about it. People, they go to the extent of people showing their votes after voting, showing the ballot paper to them, for the party agent to know where they completed, for them to collect the money. And it's not for that party than APC. And that is what is causing problem. Because if there is not taken here, there is going to be a problem here. I'm only trying to talk to my people. I'm in charge of the youth in this community. And we don't want a problem. It's not only happening here, it's happening everywhere. Not only here, it's happening everywhere. And it's APC, I can say it boldly and many. Because some of their party members, even got to the extent of fighting me here this morning because I asked them to stop. Let people vote for their choice. If your party has been doing well, you don't need to be canvassing people with money. Go out there, vote for whosoever they want to vote for, and go back to the house.
Brother, here I am here now. I'm declare APC winner. Did they do anything? That's why no. They are willing. Like our brother asked, if P2B, if they didn't declare him, what are they going to do? Not me. Not say what are we. No, because I'm not among. What are they going to do? The answer is wailing with the placard. We no go agree. We no go agree. We no go. Then everybody will come and do bam. Mega boss. Under 1 minute, they have gotten to their house. Nothing at their house now, Momo. This country, I don't tire. I have to look for visa to run away. If I get to any of them, I will do them like someone ever. Collect the bone and eat it. You know, like I said, this is going to be this is the last time, Jai. Do you know why our people are like that? In summary, let me summarize. I felt that the history eluded our people. It also contributed to our gullibility. History. Many of us don't know what happened during the war. Many of you don't know. Even some of them tell us that Ojukwu is the cause. I believe 100%. Religion is number one reason why our people adapt, because they always give them hope. Even though when another person will, they will tell you, don't worry, the time of God is the best. Then secondly, history, brothers, history. Then I played this video last time. I want to replay it again. White people are crying for what happened to us. This is what white people are crying for. You see, they are crying for this. Let me show you how they are shedding tears. If a white man can cry for what happened to me and you, how much more you that it happened to? You are still going back to the same again. Child. God of me. Let me bring it to the screen. White people are crying for us. Missionaries. I don't know what I should blame you people, because over how many years now? It's now people are speaking up. I played it here last time, but I will try to replay it again in case of those of you that didn't join me the time I played it. This is what happened in 1966 in Jos. I will not play the full video, rather I will play a clip, just some section. I tried to post it. I don't know why Facebook is restricting me. This is what happened.
Even when we have allowed to speak in churches, I don't think we've mentioned anything about the genocide.
The genocide. What you
kept it to yourself because of the fact that
what you hear now is the genocide. The genocide that happened to me and you, they slaughtered us. Today we are also clamoring to go back there again in the name of Nigerian president. Internal enemy is the most dangerous enemy. Internal enemy. Look at how this woman said. He said, I don't know how to talk about the genocide. Look at it here. The genocide. Look here. The genocide. But the same people now are still going back again. So make sure they blame Fulani. Go your ear. Don't blame the British. Don't blame the Fulani. Hold our people responsible. We are the reason why we are not free. If this idiot now that are running around the street in the name of PVs, If these people give us support, half of the support, even they came and begin to infiltrate even the ESN, paying money to those that are bringing down this struggle. Very fun and pathetic, brothers.
I don't think we've mentioned anything about the genocide.
People kept it to themselves because of the fact that I don't think they wanted to bring out a bad memory. And it was a very bad memory of what happened.
It was painful to remember, and you didn't like to speak so much in terms of the sensational, and here's a really wild experience, and people find it difficult to understand, and you have to explain so much about it.
I don't think I ever talked about what happened in Jos. It's not something you want people to know much about, I would think, especially if you're speaking to women's group and you want support for your mission group.
I couldn't understand why when I would talk about some of the things, I would get a blank stare or a stifled yawn.
Well, I mentioned it to my daughter when I was in San Diego last weekend that I was doing this, and she says, "Oh, you're my father. I don't even know about stuff like that." And I didn't know what to say, but I did talk to her about it a little bit, but I didn't even talk to her in detail about it. I just kind of brushed it off, to be honest with you. But yeah, I probably should tell them about that.
No, I have never talked publicly for what I did when I transferred people to Google. Is there that you talk publicly about it? I don't know if anyone was interested. I don't recall after all these years, I don't recall anyone ever asking me about the time.
Thoughts of being judged for what they did or did not do also factored into the silence.
You look back at it and you think, why didn't I do that differently? Wouldn't it have been better had I done this? Second thoughts.
You fly by the seat of your pants or by the grace of God in times like this. We have no training, no experience. And when that morning when I left on that morning of September 21, we had no resources except to pray that God gives wisdom and help us to do the right thing and not cause more harm and more damage.
I don't know if we felt guilty about what happened. I don't know if we would say it was guilt. It was a sadness, depression maybe.
It's traumatic to tell because I know that there were people who didn't make it. I don't believe it's affecting my faith. It's questioned as to why bad things. I'm trying to think.
The role of a missionary in a time of genocide is to minister to human needs.
What you are hearing is not genocide. Facebook are dealing with us. I have the video. I have a place where they are talking about how they buried Biafrans alive. I have it. I was watching it and I was raging with anger. But I cannot do anything. We need a coordinated plan in order to free ourselves. They said they started killing and they are tired of killing. Look at these children you are seeing here. They are tired of killing them with knife. What they do was to bury them alive. Many of them were buried alive. And if you go to the street of the Jos, everywhere is littered with a dead body. And somebody, I think a man started picking them with truck in the morning, picking them truck and bury them. These things happen to us. Our useless fathers never deem it fit to tell us. They created what they call Ohanes indeed. They don't talk to us. They don't tell us what happened. It's okay. It's okay. We'll continue, brother. Like you said, I want to leave many of you. I want to thank many of you for being part of this program tonight. It's very, very sad. Very sad. Is there, have you heard genocide in the mouth of your own father? They call it war. Civil war. The war between Biafra and the Nigeria. Would you run away to Ivory Coast? I tell you that our race are cursed. I tell you, something is wrong somewhere. What we hear here is not genocide. They call it genocide. The white people call it genocide. I don't want to blame them, brothers. Somebody wrote that, I think, somebody wrote, if they want to enter their grave, they will start saying the truth. At least, they will say the truth. But your own people, living at the grave, they will not speak. They would rather carry it and die there than speaking up. It's very sad. It's very sad. Let me end this program by allowing the voice of our leader to go for like maybe say 5 minutes. It will come to an end.
They have conferred a title on the PDP aspirant in Lagos State. His name is Jimmy Abaje. They have given him a title. It's one name, one. And when I say I am not an Igbo man, I know what I'm talking about. I am not. I am a Biafran. I speak Igbo as a language. I'm telling you. They have given him facing one Nnamdi because of their properties. They had a right shape. So they will never move on. And there's another group saying we don't want to support him. We are supporting APC because we want our businesses to flourish in Lagos. What type of human what type of thing? I mean, you need what not in Lagos. What goes into you people? There must be something. Over more joy, there is an evil spirit that goes inside all of you that you cannot listen properly anymore. That is something wrong with you people in Lagos. And yesterday it was with His grace that is so good to you. Today they are giving a title. It's one Nnamdi to somebody who has never been to anywhere in Cuba. Are you sure we are?
We're not normal.
Sometimes I don't think so. Even IGBO. Are you ashamed that all of yourself? People without shame, you don't have shame. There is no shame inside you. I don't know how to feel right now. I have no feeling inside me because you people are disgracing yourselves every person. Disgrace upon disgrace. We try as much as we can to salvage what we can of your wicked, hopeless existence. You continue to confound reason and common sense by sinking further into the gutter of stupidity. Jimmy Abaje back in the battle is one and one. Not two, not three, not four. These people are no wonder I was like you. No, I keep wondering. There is nobody with the type of talent we possess, with the type of intellect we have amongst us, who will allow Hausa to lead. No wonder Hausa is leading. Even if very good, your stupidity, everything will just talk about all about the. There is no honor, there is no dignity. There is no point, nothing. Scavenging. I thought if you had plans before, I thought you had a plan before. The more I delve into your conduct, the more I delve into your behavior, the more I delve into your gossipy nature, I discovered that most of you are very, very young. If not for your age, some of you dabbling in this nonsense, I will affirm that you